Okay, hello. I am assured by my wonderful and talented producer that we're good to go. So, hi, good evening, and welcome to Garbler Games. I can actually see myself now, so it must be working. We are here to bring you some lovely alien RPG. What lies beneath? Now I've thrown myself. Now I'm completely confused. But yeah, here we are. Alien. Let's get this on. Hello. What has happened to Leon?
I'm here. What do you mean?
He's receiving messages from space.
Am I?
That's normal.
I'm here.
Oh dear. Poor Tally's been night-botted as well.
I wasn't aware that links were a no-no on this chat.
Wow.
So
That's right, because we haven't turned down our Nightbot yet. Nightbot needs to be beaten into a corner.
Draconian. If you show too much enthusiasm, no, banned. Yeah, it's just no.
Enjoying yourself? No, banned.
No,
Time out.
It's like being a woman on the internet with a bunch of men. Like, oh, you're interested in this thing. I'm going to question you about it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
And unless you can tell me every single thing that happened in it since 1974.
Oh well, I mean, that's as we discussed just before coming on. That's like the same as the Romans for me. Yep. The 70s are just like, ancient history. No idea what happened there.
Right, there we go. Now Exec is dishing out the rerolls, so I think that's an indication that they want us to kick straight off.
You reckon?
So introduce yourselves, remind everybody what you're playing, and we'll start with Leon.
Thank God.
Because I don't have enough windows open. Hi, I'm Leon, and I'm playing Caleb Hiller. I'm the hotshot young pilot who just wants everyone to get along, really.
Seems fair. And what are you best at?
Anything flying and driving. Anything faster than walking, boating, submarining, probably.
Submarining? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they all have a steering wheel, so I mean...
I've been on a submarine, an old one, and it actually did have a steering wheel.
Oh, that's
my God.
I love.
There you go, you're safe.
I mean,
Tally.
Hi, yeah, I'm playing as Barrett, a colonial marine, mostly trying to not die currently, and I have the great chance in this objective that I am the only one with a big gun.
And in close proximity to a small child, which is guaranteed to help your survivability.
Just duct tape him.
Yeah,
and
I
then
was
literally your plot
on my
resistance.
chest. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of caring maternal figures, looking after small children, is
and proximity to the gun. I'm playing Mallory Harpence, the absolutely in control, completely, entirely leader of this group, who is definitely not a shady bitch who does not like children. Yeah, she's great with kids. She's also great with money, and living tends to result in the most financial benefit for her, at least. So that's what she's aiming for.
Being alive is a good way to make money, it's true.
Exactly.
Nice.
I have to burn this whole one.
Hello. Oh, I heard that. Just quietly like, well, now he's talking. Yeah, let's just, I'll sell them all. No, it's fine. Hello there. I'm Nye. I'm playing Dr. Somber, the scientist, cursed with having a conscience. It seems Ben just loves giving me complicated characters. Like, well, in the Aliens game, you've got to care about the other people. Fuck. And we were just talking, for those wondering behind what goes on behind the curtain, we were talking about all the ways you can die from diving deep underwater. So that's making me feel really good about myself.
Does Dr. Somber have a first name? Because it's going to be weird if you go down underwater and meet your girlfriend and she has to address you as Dr. Somber.
That's actually a good point. I have
first name was Doctor.
Let's go with. Oh God, I'm now.
We decided it was Professor. I think it was last episode. We decided it was Professor.
Professor, Doctor,
Doctor Professor Somber.
Or she just calls you Doctor because it's a little kinky or something like that.
Faber. There we go. I'm looking at.
You're looking at books, aren't you?
Yeah, Faber. There we go.
Good name.
How is Faber better than just your title?
Faber Somber. There's some parents who have issues.
Yeah.
Oh, Faber Somber.
And last but not least, Alden.
Hello, I am playing Kindly Uncle Baz, the adorable, lovable roughneck who's just out to save most of the party.
I think it's just me. I think it's just
Mostly.
Dr. Somber.
It's mostly Dr. Somber. It's a little bit Hiller, and yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really if I survive long enough, I'm gonna have to really grease the wheels to get this child onto the boat, and that's just the child.
So as you can see, they're already a wonderful and not slightly dysfunctional family at all. What happened last week, Pat?
Families can be dysfunctional. Last week, in the exciting adventures of What Lies Beneath, our ragtag family found themselves in a rather sticky situation as we uncovered growingly, concerningly barren interior of this massive wave-mounting research facility on a water planet controlled by Weyland-Yutani. We, of course, being hired by Weyland to figure out why the fuck they went silent, delved in deeper and found that those missing people were likely snatched away by some sort of nefarious entity, while my character, the lovable corporate agent, insisted that it was likely the work of sabotage by one of our rival corporations. It quickly dawned on the entire party that we were facing something completely ... title drop alien. So sorry, that was anyway. We had an encounter with the creature that seems to have deprived us of our profit here, and we also found another thing that deprives people of profit: a child. And this child is now following us along the along the trail.
Yeah, because
Following me because I'm a loving maternal figure.
Well, no, because Dr. Somber was gonna go down deep to save the others, and thought, you know what, the child is probably not a safe place. So that didn't make any sense. But just there you go.
The child is too
give
young.
the child to a true safe place.
Yes.
Me.
Well, the big gun. You know, you were with the big gun. Barrett. Yeah,
You mean,
exactly.
You mean
I'm attached to the hip to the
explosives,
person who actually
knives.
has an actual
Look, exactly.
mounted
Look,
gun.
if each of you are I don't know, a quarter appropriate to look after a child, that makes half. I mean, that's more than that's more than the rest of us.
I don't know. I
no,
still
I-
think that Baz is
no.
probably the best person to raise a child.
Yeah, I don't
Probably.
think Pat and I can add up to at least as much as Baz.
A responsible guardian.
We are responsible parents.
It's fine.
Look at our
It's fine.
maternal family.
I just have this
Yeah.
brilliant mental image of that poor kid being parked outside the house to sell lemonade, and then
Oh,
Valerie charging him rent for being out on the sidewalk in front of her house.
yeah. Oh God.
Don't make enough money selling lemonade. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep in the shed again.
So let us begin
Mhm.
in
Hi.
the marine biology lab, which, if you remember, was a mess. There was stuff everywhere. You've walked back through the room that has someone in cryo and the medical lab is a mess, but the marine biology lab is much more of a mess. You closed up the hatch in the floor that leads down to the sea.
Yes.
This section doesn't have one of the tidal baffles directly underneath it.
Right.
It provides you with access straight down to the ocean. So you've got
Quest-
the hatch in the floor that leads to the ocean. You've got a couple of diving suits nearby, which are pretty much the same as pressure suits for space travel.
Okay. How many of them are
Shotgun the
there?
power loader.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, I figured Ben's going to be stingy with the power loader and let's have one and
Well, there
not
is only
20.
one. I can't give you more than one power loader when there is a
I know,
power
I
loader.
know, I know.
It's a submersible power loader, though. So
I
at least
know.
there's that.
I
So
know.
yes, there's a
I
submersible power
tease.
loader, which
Okay.
is opened at the back and attached to some heavy chains and a gantry that slides along the surface the roof of the lab so that it can be lowered and or dropped directly into the ocean. There are also 4 pressure suits in 6 lockers. There are 2 pressure suits. No, sorry, I lie. 3 pressure suits in 6 lockers with 3 pressure suits missing.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
that would be because there would be 3 people down in the tent.
Yes.
Well, that's
Right.
strange because
So
I figured that they were
Yeah.
without suits, otherwise they'd just come up. I was just
Yes,
saying, we're
but
going
if
to need to
the-
take stuff down to them.
Yes, Hiller.
Well,
but
how
I will
did they
remind you
get
again,
down there? Do we
protein.
know? Can we not mention that word? Make
Look,
Hiller
I want
twitchy.
to point
Think you
a
said it
very
once or
important
twice.
fact here. I want to point an important fact here. There's only 3 suits. If anything goes wrong, we can't help you.
Wait,
Good job
guys,
you're not here.
I can
Point that
almost
out.
hear Barrett in the back of my mind. Well, that's the question I have. Is the submersible
you moved
a
back, right.
submersible, or is it just a power loader
No,
that is
it's a power
designed for
loader
going
that's
underwater?
got plating welded over the outside
Right,
so that
okay.
it's safe for piloting underwater.
Right, Hiller, you can, so long as it's got a wheel, you can pilot it, right?
Anything faster
So-
than walking, I got it.
So,
Sinking's pretty quick.
okay,
Oh.
so I don't know, Baz and Hiller, you play Rochambeau to decide who gets to use the power loader.
I shotgunned it. I think you'll find.
Yeah, it
well,
doesn't have
I-
a steering wheel.
Shotgun it.
Okay, that's fine. Just somebody needs to be in that because we're probably going to need that in case there's any debris.
I am also
Second
the only
quest-
one who's checked out to operate that kind of machinery.
Yeah,
That
it's
is very true. Thank you.
You
Second
do need to
quest.
be rated for one of these.
I would hope so.
Hey.
Just get in there. You'll learn the controls. It's like a bicycle, you know.
So unlike a conventional loader that you'd be more familiar with, Baz, this one, instead of having the big loading lifting claw things, has actually got one smaller manipulating claw like one of the pressurized diving suits that you get. So a little pincer grip thing.
Right.
And the other hand has got like a rotating set of tools on it. So there's a drill and a sample picker and
I'm just going to go through the whole lot. Look, ooh,
It's
what's
like a,
that
it's
one?
like a
Ooh, what's that
fiddler
one?
crab,
Ooh, what's that one?
you know,
Does it
like
have
the
a
males with the really
thermite
big
lance?
claw and then the
That's
little
what
it
I
doesn't
wanna
have a
know.
thermite lance.
No.
No, it does have an oxyacetylene welder.
Oh, well, that's
Ooh, that
better than
would
nothing,
hurt.
I suppose.
Yeah.
It'll be useful in
Maybe
case
something like
like
that.
their entranceway's been blocked up with something.
Or I want to do
Have to
some
go through.
welding. That'd be handy.
Does the loader have like handles or anything for somebody to hold on to?
Yeah, the outer
Okay.
covering has still got the sort of familiar looking overhead bars that a regular cargo loader would have, only
Yeah.
inside those bars it's been reinforced and pressurized.
So theoretically, 2 people could use it like a conventional submersible just to hold on to, because it's obviously going to be faster than us swimming.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that I
Right.
think I think that's the plan we should go with. Baz pilots and Hiller, you and I are on the outside
All right.
because we'll be too slow in the water and we don't know how quick those things are, but
There's not going to be anything
Yeah.
down there. And don't say pilot, okay? Because he's just sinking. There's not
Yeah.
much skill
okay,
involved.
okay, I apologize.
Well, it's
I
going to
know.
walk forwards and then sink. And in
Okay,
this case, I sink better than most.
Yes, Baz, wait though until we're in the suits. Okay,
Oh.
don't just go right
Oh,
in.
stop talking and get on with it.
Well, we are. I need to.
I'm gonna
Oh,
sit
there was
up.
all the running, wasn't there? There's we got to go
Yes, there
save him.
was.
Oh, but now it's all
yes,
yakety
I'm
yakety
trying
yak.
to. I
Oh,
just
come
need
on.
to think. I have one last question for my
Whir,
brain to
click,
answer.
whir,
Uh,
click.
Is it possible for us to have the third pressurized suit with us on
Yeah.
the off chance that we need it, so we could just attach it to the
Yeah, I mean, you
loader
can
or
absolutely
hold it
just,
or whatever.
you can
right.
stick it in a Ziploc
That's
bag. You
I
can
could just sit on it.
Yeah, no,
put it in a chain bag, you could-
Exactly, just on the off chance we need it.
wedge it in
Safety
front
first,
of
I
Yeah.
Baz's
think
belly.
That
we're
is
probably
absolutely
going to
fine.
need a
What are you
spare to
saying?
figure out why they can't come up.
But more importantly, to deprive Mallory Harpence of having.
No, seriously, it's not for that. I know neither of you are going to come down and save us, which is fine.
No.
Uh,
Of course Mallory would. We're family.
No, we're expensive.
Right. We'll suit up and then we'll
Sometimes family
we'll
has to
climb
leave
on
other
and
family
start
members
heading
behind if
down.
They're being toxic.
Right, so you two start suiting up, and Baz, you start loading yourself into the back of the loader. This one is back loading rather than front loading,
Right.
because with the extra layers of protection, it needs to lock around into place. So it's articulated to the sides. So you kind of climb into it like you're giving it a big hug, and then it closes up behind you.
Ooh, snug.
I'll zip him up.
Ah!
He's actually a giant zipper. That would be great. And then you have that moment. It's like the aliens can't get us in here, and then you hear the zip. Oh no, they've mastered zips.
Well, I'd like to be trying out all the arm attachments. Go, ooh, what's that one?
I'm
Ooh,
gonna
what's that one?
duck so I
Ooh,
don't
what's
get
that
hit
one?
by the arm
No,
attachment.
we're definitely behind it, out of its range of movement.
It appears to be designed for high pressure research, oceanic research. So it's equipped for collecting samples and performing mechanical repairs as needed.
Yeah, it's not for battle. No, we realise that, but it's quicker than us. That's all.
No,
that
the
I'm
two
really
chain guns on the
fussed
top
about.
don't even work.
Yeah,
Just
they're
there
just
for
for
show.
decoration. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bash in the glass. Baz, you right in there?
What? Hello. Have
You
I
were
got
the one that said we need
loudspeakers?
to go.
You do not have loudspeakers, no, but you do have your group
What?
comms still.
All right. Hello. Hello.
Welcome to the
Hello?
ocean.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Right, so you've suited up.
Yep.
I'm on.
Do we have flippers?
Yeah, well, we're sitting on there. We're waiting for you.
We've got flippers.
Yeah, you got flippers.
Yeah.
Gonna waddle over.
Wait.
I figure.
Right, let's go quickly. We got people to hopefully save.
Doc, we'll jump in
Oh,
first.
No, we're gonna
Now
save
you're in a
them. No.
hurry. All right then.
Pause
We're
it.
gonna
Yeah,
jump in first.
positive.
We're gonna clear.
We're gonna save them.
When Baz comes through, we'll
Oh.
grab hold of him.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, we probably don't want to hit the surface of the water. Oh, yeah. Okay, good point. I didn't think of
All right.
that.
Don't get eaten.
Okay, I'm gonna jump
Okay.
in first.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so you open up the hole in the middle of the floor of the lab.
By the time you guys are finished here, Mallory's gonna be.
Yeah,
Mallory
she'll have
will be
finished
back.
clearing out all of the cash and treasures.
And left.
That is
Yeah,
fine.
why not?
We're saving lives, even though we're going to die trying.
So you crack open the floor and gain access to the ocean. The ocean is a sort of deep grey colour. You can see that there's a bit more splashing than there was when you arrived. The sea seems to be picking up a little bit more chop than it had
Oh, yeah, the
previously.
storm. Fuck. Oh, yeah, we need to hurry.
Yeah, remember that?
I do remember that. I was the one that had to look it up, but I'm just like, yes. Yeah, so
We'll be fine. We'll be fine, probably.
So you winch Baz in the loader over the door and drop.
Whee!
He hits the water with a splash.
Okay,
And
yeah,
starts
climb
to
aboard. Yeah, all right, we're on board. Yeah, we're ready.
So you grab on board and you sink and sink and sink down to the bottom. It gets dark quite quickly.
Do I have lights?
You do.
Mm.
I would like to turn on my lights.
Baz, yeah, if we do that though, whatever's down here would be able. Never mind. Fuck it,
What?
we're on
What are
already.
you saying?
Doc, it got
I'm-
shot. Barrett unloaded a clip into it. It's dead. Okay.
But Barrett herself said that it ran off and fell into the ocean.
Yeah,
so
and then
we
bled
don't
to
know.
death.
Put,
That's what
like, a
happens
whole
when you unload
clip
clips
into it.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it'll be
I'm pretty
fine.
sure there'll be more that. Oh, never mind.
Your
You're a
conversation
scientist.
as you sink to the ground is
Yeah.
one of inspiring confidence and group trust.
I trust the group. I'm just saying.
And you sink and you sink and you sink and you sink. It's quite deep. And you hit the ground. And some silt sort of blasts up around you.
Ooh, do I have any kind of sonar? I'm just trying buttons now.
I thought you said
Arms
you were. I
flailing
thought you said you
Make
were
a heavy
trained.
machinery roll for me, Adam.
Baz, I thought you said you were trained for this.
Well, this is a different model to the one I'm used to.
They've added extra features. You're just flipping things.
I can totally see a real issue if you open this by mistake.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't screw up this roll.
Did I screw up the roll?
There we go. You don't screw it up.
No, you're good.
You
Not
you
entirely.
do get a face hugger, so you are going to freak out a little bit.
Oh,
potentially.
fun.
So you managed to get the headlights on, and not sonar, but there is a transponder, much
Right.
like the tracker that Barrett has. You've got one for detecting other transponders. So you've got two pings right next to you.
Ooh.
and then a further larger ping off in the
that's you two.
distance,
Oh, that's all right. Oh,
Yeah, it's us. Yeah.
oh, hello.
which is presumably
Yeah,
the
it's
tent.
us.
'Cause he
I'm
doesn't seem to
getting
be
a
moving.
return ahead of us. I'm going to stomp off that way.
Oh, shit. Does this thing have, like,
Right, now make a panic roll.
rotors?
Do we
All of us, or
swim
just me?
Just Alden for now.
Okay.
I
Do we
love the way you say
panicking.
just me. You're not the one that failed the roll.
I'm
I
going to
know.
die.
I
That
don't
feels
know.
bad.
Yeah,
Do I have a re-roll?
Did you
You
ever
might want to use it.
Yes.
Ah!
Question that we really should have asked, and I don't know. This thing has the capacity to get back on its own power. Yeah, it does. It's not just like it sinks and then somebody has to winch it back up. It can
Yeah, I think probably
like
that.
flow. Okay, that's
No.
fine. This is where Ben goes. No,
Well, you've
no,
got
yeah,
two
you need
options
someone
for
to-
getting it back up top. You've got the
Oh,
winch
God.
so that you can winch it back up, or you've
Yep.
got the sort of outboard motor
Ooh.
as well.
Oh, okay, that's
that
fine.
sounds
Because
Oh,
as
nice.
I
much
say,
more
we
fun.
probably should have left like a post-it note saying, "Hey, could anybody please winch this back up for us?" I presume the controls would be up top.
You're
So I got
expecting
a
someone
9.
up there to be available
give a
and
shit,
or
yeah.
alive.
Yeah, I know.
So
My-
you're
it's
re-rolling
my-
your panic, Alden.
A lot of expectations.
Am I? What happens with a 9?
With a 9, you'll drop something.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, maybe. Well, actually, it could get worse. Actually,
Could get a lot worse. 5. What about
Oh,
5?
5.
5, you don't panic. You're like,
No.
Oh, well, there we go.
underwater,
That's good.
not used to this, not familiar situation, but you come to grips
Bit
with
of a wobble.
your
Woo!
feelings, and you hobble along under the water.
I'd like to skip, actually.
Is it quicker for us to swim than it is for that thing to walk?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, your swimming
Oh,
is
fuck.
quicker than his
Oh,
walking.
I'm
Bomb.
gonna
Okay.
swerve towards the tent.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll do the same.
Remember, when you're underwater, if you agitate the soil too much, you lose visibility. So
I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah, there is
Uh.
significantly decreased visibility
Well,
down here,
well,
and
hopefully,
the silt that
anything
you're
down
bringing
here-
up is making it even worse.
Nice.
Hopefully,
Don't have a
whatever's
lot of
looking
choice.
for
So
us.
stompy, stompy, stomp, stomp.
No, I know.
So while you're stomping away on the floor of the ocean, I'm going to switch back up to the comms room.
Mhm.
Not the comms room, meteorology and radiography.
Yeah,
that was the
that
room you
one.
were in.
Of course.
So they've
I
naffed
will-
off down to the research labs to go and engage in some wild rescue plan. Barrett and Hartpence and Eugene, what do you plan on doing?
I just want to check first how much ammo I have left, because I have a feeling now it's going to start to be important to
Yeah.
know that sort of thing.
If
I
I
make
sure
Barrett
my
is
gun is loaded.
playing Eugene, because Eugene will have plot armor. So
Roll a d6 tally and we'll see how many clips you've got left.
Yay! Me
Eugene
rolling
has
a
plot
D6
armor
to
until I get him
determine
killed.
my survivability.
I know. I'm saying
go,
all
you've
this,
got
and it's
3
like
clips
it'll be
remaining.
us. We're the
So
monsters.
we've got 300 rounds. Grenades? Grenades?
Are there any on your character sheet? I don't think I gave you any grenades.
Yeah, it's just that it comes with a grenade launcher, so that's why I was curious.
Purely cosmetic at this stage.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Grenades are expensive. Look, I mean, like, we weren't expecting hostility here, so why would we supply the Marine with a grenade? Just
Why
seems like
wouldn't
a bad business proposal.
Why
You could
wouldn't
probably
in this
modify
environment-
flares from one of the flare
Well-
guns to fit
well-
in the grenade launcher if you wanted to.
Barrett,
that
like
would be
you
fun.
go to where you would store the grenades and you open it and it's like a wooden block and you're like, I should have checked, motherfuckers.
This is
Oh, you're
not
just-
on me. This was higher up, well, lower down.
No.
Yeah.
You know, even worse. Even worse. You open it, and instead of all the grenades, it's just the requisition order. You know, the second
Scrunched
rate
up,
that they
yeah.
get to say,
The-
yeah, we
the pink
received your
page
order.
from the triplicate form is just the pink page with
Exactly.
request
If you
denied
read-
stamped on it.
If you really wanted grenades, you would have gone through the paperwork like so. We didn't tell
So,
you how to do that.
You are
but
in
anyway, okay.
meteorology and radiology.
Yes.
You've got loads of screens around you. The next room alleges to be the computer core.
Yeah, right.
I just like,
So
and I look nervously
think-
over at Barrett and I'm like,
I think our best plan right now is we grab the data and we go back to the ship. Just double time.
That is exactly what I was about to propose. You and I are on the same wavelength.
Excellent.
Exactly. And we'll just
Excellent.
wait for them there. And if the winds start coming and they don't seem like they're coming back, well, I certainly hope you can drive.
I just hope we don't drown on that ship. If Hiller can come back, that would be beneficial, but we'll see how that goes.
So the computer.
Very
core.
happy that I stuck with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's move forward, and obviously keeping a wary eye on the motion detector.
So the door to the computer core slides upwards. Weird, because all the other doors have been sideways ones, but this one appears to be an upwards one. It's more secure. It's a reinforced bulkhead, this door, and it slides upwards and it stops about 2 inches above the surface of the water.
Okay.
And then closes under the water and then opens to just above the water again, and it seems to be stuck on something, and it's slamming into something and bucking backwards. It's open about 3 feet to 1 meter, so you could fit through, but you'll have to duck down underwater to get through.
Can I check what's blocking the door? What's causing the issue? Because it should be fairly solid to block a reinforced door.
Yeah, with this being a reinforced bulkhead, it suggests that it's something inside the mechanism from above.
Oh, okay. So can't see it from this side.
No, you can't see it from the inside.
Okay. Anything in the room where we are right now that would be sufficient, that would be taller and sufficiently strong to try and hold that door a little higher?
You've got stools, computer equipment, desks.
Yeah, no, nothing.
You're not sure how long it would hold the door. It would certainly hold the door for a little bit. But the strength of this door, if it's pneumatic or hydraulic, one of which it's likely to be, it's going to give you a couple of extra seconds, possibly, if the door starts to close.
A couple extra seconds could be useful. That stool does not have a significant dollar amount attached to it.
No, I don't think so.
And also at this moment, I believe it's fair to say that we're performing triage on a deceased station.
Yeah,
so let's put that stool there.
If the company wants to retake this place, they're welcome to, but I'm not here to retake a station from this kind of thing. I'm here to search for information and come back.
Exactly. That is very specifically not in our job description. Exactly. And I thrive on performing my duties exactly to the letter. Let's get the stool.
To the letter helps. Yeah, all right, let's lock this door.
Okay, so you wedge a couple of stools in the door to hold it open.
So basically my idea is I put the stool in place and then I slide myself under the door as fast as I can, so I don't have to crawl under the water, because that seems like a bad idea.
Well, you're going under the water regardless, because the most you can get the door above the water is about this much.
Oh, right, yeah.
But you've got less chance of the door then closing on you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the advantage to the stool. So you duck under the door. It's a quick hold breath and submerge for a few seconds, and you pop up inside what looks to be an active combat zone. There are naked wires hanging from the ceiling, sparking. There's smashed computer equipment around the walls. A few seconds later, Hartpence pops in after you. And Pat, you also see this room has been absolutely devastated. Something has gone through here. You can see blast marks from explosives, what looks to be heavy tool-based damage, like somebody's been at it with an axe.
I look at Baron and I say, you know, for a second there, I was kind of doubting my line, but are we sure this isn't corporate sabotage? Because this would be the place to sabotage, and it's fucking sabotaged.
I mean, that's very sloppy for sabotage, isn't it?
Well, it could be a cover-up. Either way, I'll speak plainly. This is freaking me the hell out.
Let's find what we're here for. Yep.
Okay, so It's a Comtech check on whoever wants to
Ooh.
try and
That's my
find
job.
the requisite drives.
Mallory.
I like the
Harpens
idea that Eugene
finally
is
being
waiting
used.
outside the door, like, I'm safe here. Probably.
Hey, there you go. So you find the two locations. So you've got a backup drive and you've got your main drive. The main drive has been absolutely sabotaged. It's been smashed to pieces with an axe. You could collect up the pieces if you want, but it looks like someone has taken it out, placed it on the side carefully, and then smashed it with an axe. Some of it's underwater. There's fragments of drive all over the place. The backup drive is missing completely. It's been carefully removed. You can see where the plugs that would wire it in have been removed and are just sort of hanging freely out of the slot where the drive would go. There is a briefcase slot that goes by one of these drive boxes, and that too is missing.
And it was at that moment
Well,
I think
that's
we
when I
might call for a
realized
panic roll.
she was fucked.
Oh, that is not a good roll.
Oh, that's a fantastic
Oh,
roll.
good roll.
What are you talking
You
about?
know what? I'm gonna re-roll it just
Okay.
because I
What
can.
did you- what did you do?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah, of
god!
course. Every
d-
fucking time.
Does
So-
that 1 point
Yeah.
change anything?
The 1 point
Yeah.
does change anything. Instead
Oh,
of just
that's
fleeing, instead you stand still and scream, decreasing
Yay.
your stress level by 1, but
Right.
increasing
That's
Mallory's stress level by 1, just
Oh,
in
dear.
time for Mallory to make her panic roll.
Oh dear. It'll be fine. It'll be
So you
fine.
fly away,
It'll be
Barrett, through this
fine.
entire
no.
ridiculous train setup to get to this room to find it's been sabotaged and stripped
Yeah.
of the one thing you came here
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
A little frustrating.
You fucking.
Oh my lord. Oh my god.
So the
What
two
are
of
the
you just
odds?
stand and scream at each other and at the room and at
And
the
it's-
surroundings.
Yeah, it's not terrified screams. It's that kind of like angry screaming that you do, like "Ah! Why?"
It's the Khan scream.
Yes, that's exactly it. Also,
Cool. Okay. Go. Okay.
Eugene just standing out there hearing this, like,
I'm
you
sure I'm
okay?
safe
Are you
here.
okay?
monsters in there.
No, it's just Mallory.
Yes. the hair gel.
Soothing, calming item.
It'll make you
Yeah.
feel better. Yes.
No, this is actually her significant item.
Yes. Yeah, it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh my god.
What do you want to do?
Scream some more.
We're just underwater. Go. Did you hear someone scream?
Yeah. Oh, it must be people in the tent. No, it was
Oh,
too angry.
underwater, no one can hear you scream.
The xenomorphs get scared. Oh my god. Okay, we need to get out of here,
I am
people.
not eating that. I don't know what that is. I'm not eating it.
They mean business.
I think in a crazed state, Barrett turns over, or Mallory turns over to Barrett, and she's like, "We have to make sure that it's nowhere on the surface of this station."
Are you kidding me? We're blowing this place up if we can, or we sink it something and then we go.
Turns over Barrett, just like just flips.
We're not staying here any longer than we need.
There are 3 other rooms, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
You want to waste more time searching those?
I came here to collect the data. The data
Well, maybe
is not in
maybe
this
the
room.
Maybe the nerds are going to find it.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're gonna die down there.
That's our
Who knows?
collective name.
Yeah.
The nerds? I'm not a nerd.
There are
Which
3
is
more
underwater,
rooms.
like, we feel insulted for some reason.
3 more rooms on the surface. We're going to check them all, and then we're going to leave.
Even better than that, you've only got 2 more to check.
Excellent.
It took us.
I'm not very good with maps.
It took us 3 hours to do 6. We do not have time for this.
Next to the computer core
as
is
much time as we need.
the computer core is only
Flashing.
half a carriage, so you've got this pressure seal on the other side of the carriage as well.
Okay.
This nice big thick bulkhead that looks out onto your happy place, Mallory. There's an office
shit, my
on the
leg.
other side of this door.
There we go.
Wait,
A pristine, untouched office with a
Oh.
nice, comfortable seat, a desk, view screens, a painting on the wall, a plastic plant in one
And
corner.
There's the Xenomorph sitting, sipping some
That in the
tea
chat
with its
going,
little
I've
extra.
been expecting you.
That would be nice.
Legs crossed.
There's not a porthole,
Very
is
polite.
there?
There's a
Is there
what,
a
sorry?
porthole to look into the? Is there a porthole to look?
yeah,
into
you could
the-
see
into
through the bulkhead through one of those little reinforced windows that's what's in there.
Oh,
You
excellent.
got this little half chamber for the computer core.
I opened the door.
As you open the door, the water level sort of sinks slightly in here as it rushes through into the office. It sort of soaks into the carpet a little bit. So it drops
Oh.
down from waist high to sort of mid-thigh.
That's convenient.
You can see under the door now to where Eugene's little face is just kind of poking through. Are you okay?
Never better, kid.
Okay.
Stay out there.
Okay.
Unless you know anything about the offices. Do you know anything
That's
about the
Mr.
next
Terrence's
couple rooms?
office. I'm not allowed in there. Mr. Terrence doesn't like children.
I
it's
spilled
Mr.
juice,
Terrence's
and he was
office.
like,
That's even better.
Yeah, there's a little
know-
nameplate on the desk that says Terrence.
Beautiful.
Since,
Ah,
since
feel
we
so
have
at
a
home.
minute there, Eugene, how well do you know the ventilation systems and all of those crawling spaces that you seem to have visited?
Pretty good. You have to sort of stay in each section, though. You can't go from one section to the next through the ventilation
All right. How do you
because
change
there are
sections?
choppers and they chop you.
Okay. How do you change? Oh, that could be useful. How do you change carriage then when you're in the ventilation? Do you have to come back out?
Yeah, you have to come out and go through a door.
All right.
The sections are modular.
All right.
I was about to say, holy shit, there's some advanced systems.
Wow.
They could separate the air down to the molecular level.
This kid
Yeah,
clearly is very articulate for a child. Way above his
Science
reading
child, you see. Nerd.
Hey,
Yeah.
the
I mean,
kid- the
compared
kid
to a
is around-
marine and a business analyst.
Yeah.
the
Science
kid is around
child.
scientists. The kid is around scientists all the fucking time. It's not exactly
makes-
surprising they would mix the two.
No, that actually makes perfect sense. Surprised he hasn't mentioned cells more.
Yeah.
Cells
Anyway,
within cells
okay,
within
that's-
cells.
good
Mitochondria,
information to know.
powerhouse
So
of the
there's-
cell.
There's ventilation that goes on the exit towards the door and everything. Right.
You've got habitation 4 in the next room and then the communications room at the end.
The comms array may be useful. Perhaps they were trying to relay
Wow.
the data and took it out.
Okay, but how does reaching the comms array help us survive?
This is not about survival. It's about getting the data and doing our job. And also
Actually,
survival
this is not-
later.
I mean, if it's not a question of survival for you, maybe I should go my own way.
No. Don't leave me. Don't leave me like everybody else did. Stay with me. We'll survive.
Hooray.
Speaking of
Oh.
leaving you like everyone else did, back underwater,
Hello. Stomp. Stomp.
stomp, stomp, stomp. You're stomping your way towards the tent.
Oh God, my character's losing her shit. I love it.
It's fantastic. I'm loving it as well.
It's only
Yes.
about a kilometer away. It takes you a
in a
while
minute.
to stomp over there. Not too long because
Stop.
you've got a certain amount of
Sense to
power
that.
behind you. And you guys can both swim, so it's not
Yeah.
that difficult to manage. It's not actually a tent, duh.
Oh.
What is it?
It's a
I was right
slope-sided
there, Leon. I was
reinforced
like,
bunker.
oh, is it? No.
All right.
It's got some sort of atmospheric processes around the outside that make it look like the walls of a tent.
Oh. I have to recognize that when children speak in these games, they're speaking from their understanding, and I'm going, "Wow, there's a tent underwater. That's crazy." Oh, right.
How
okay.
would that
it's-
work? Oh
yeah,
wait, it
that's
doesn't.
exactly. That's actually what I was thinking. I was like, "How is this gonna work?" But yes, I understand.
And yeah, the tent has a dry lock door
excellent.
on one end. You could pass into it, flushes the water out, and then you can enter into the outpost proper. But it looks like the outside of the dry lock is partially coated in that organic residue stuff.
Oh, hang up.
Yeah, we know we got it.
All right, hang on. Oh, let
Do
me
your
through.
job. Do your biz.
Let me through.
I'm gonna. Can I just do it? How big is this tent around? Like, could I swim round it, or is it like?
Yeah,
no,
you
it's
can
gonna
swim
take a
around it.
while?
It's not huge. It's not much bigger than one of the carriages
Okay.
from
Can I
upstairs.
swim
Similar
around
sort of
and see if there's
size.
any windows, any portholes?
There is a window,
Shit.
Is there any organic
almost
matter
all the way
coming up?
round. You look through the window, tiny little porthole, and
Right,
inside
knocking.
there is light coming out. And what you can see inside is a laboratory. And in the laboratory, there's a table, and on the table there's this sort of creature that looks a little bit like a hand that's sort of pinned out
Oh, that looks friendly.
Okay.
on the table.
It's fine.
Can I
it's
see
fine.
any of the people in there that were?
There are no
communicating?
people that you can see in the lab, but you catch a flash of movement from beyond there.
Okay. Can I bang on the glass? I want to see if I can make a noise to get their attention.
It shatters.
Let me,
The little
make a-
fishies inside.
The enormously high pressure
Yeah,
glass.
Could you imagine that if fish
Knock it on that.
swam by? You're just like, what the fuck?
That's just a regular 46.
Yeah, that's just me doing an observation roll for the people inside.
Well, one of them did very well, and one of them did quite badly.
Boom.
There's an observation roll for the guy. I know he's up top, but there's an observation roll for the guy in the cryopod. he gets like a critical success and goes, "Oh, where am I?"
back to
The
sleep.
movement that you saw, Leon,
Please go
Yeah.
back to sleep.
does
Yes.
like a double take, and you catch a flash of red hair and a glimpse of a face.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, they're alive.
Is it
And then
looking
it
at me?
We
disappears
brought some
again.
sort of sign with us.
I'm gonna. It's like I saw someone in there. It looked like I'm assuming woman with the red hair.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Why,
it
why
was
does being
secrets.
ginger make you female?
It was more the length that
Yeah.
gave you that feeling.
Oh,
than
all right.
the-
That's all right. then.
I'm old-fashioned.
Carry on.
Everybody knows red said to women, duh.
All
I'm
redheads are women confirmed.
I'm now just imagining that Baz
Lieutenant,
is
looking
like
at you.
Oh my
carefully
God.
moving like the welder across, and like Dr. Somber's like floating nearby, and then he hears that and turns quickly, and it's like, oh jeez, oh my god, Baz!
Wow.
Nye, could you make an observation roll, please?
Yes, I shall.
Yeah, it looks like there's
you
people in
should.
there, but I couldn't get their attention.
I got one.
Indeed. You see a flash of movement in the water,
Uh-oh.
a figure moving with a kind of fluid grace.
Oh, it's
Oh,
probably
that's
fine.
good.
What
That
could possibly go
relaxes
wrong?
me. If it moves so fluidly, it must be friendly.
Yeah.
And I'm the
Undulating
one that
through the
doesn't
water
have a
like that.
gun, which was my question. Do our guns work underwater? No, I imagine.
No.
No, they don't. Great.
Most of them will do. Baz is certainly
really?
would, if only he wasn't wearing it inside the
It'd be,
Where else would I put
giant armored suit that he's got on.
and thank goodness that I am armed to the teeth with these.
With knowledge. Knowledge and
Science
courage.
and knowledge.
You have to use your head.
Yeah,
Use your head, Doctor. Exactly.
And it cracks, and I'm like, oh, it backfired.
How are you guys getting on with the front door?
I don't know. How am I getting on with the
Guys,
front door?
guys,
I'm going to need you to make a heavy machinery roll to see how well you are getting on with the front
Okay.
door.
Oh, the
Baz.
professor's screaming in my head
Yeah,
as well. What?
I mean, if the task could be, just hurry up, because there's something down here with us, and if memory serves, algae doesn't move with such grace and such visibility in the water.
Sinuous grace. All right then. Well, I'll
Yeah.
see what I can do.
That's not going to go well for you.
No.
Any of us.
Oh well.
So you are drilling away at the water.
God. Right. we're all gonna
Absolutely,
die.
Pat. Yes. Wish I knew how to show that on the screen, but I don't.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So you're drilling away
Well,
at this
apparently
stuff
they're
and
not
sort
seeing-
of peeling it away in sections. It's almost sticky on the back as you pull it
Ooh.
away.
Oh, this is not pleasant at all.
I'm
And
super
your
glad I'm
motion
not in the
sensor.
water now.
Flashes
Nope.
3 extra pings.
Ooh.
One in the direction that Dr. Somber's just told you.
Oh, hello.
And it looks like there are 3 things that are circling closer towards you.
Dr. Somber, there aren't any sharks, are there?
Could you also make
No.
an panic roll, please?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And panic roll.
And panic roll.
And
Much panic.
You are frozen in terror
Doge.
by the
the
movement.
one.
That
No,
seems
the one.
fine.
For 1 round, you stop doing anything.
Ah!
Since you have the big fuck off mech.
And all 3 of your
Yep.
stresses go up by 1.
All 3 of my stress.
No, you
all
and
3 of
Nye
us.
and Leon all gain 1 point of stress.
Well, I'm up to 8. I'll be at 10 soon enough.
That makes you super functional as a scientist. Trust me, stress is the main driving power.
I
Just
know,
hear this
I know.
high-pitched whine coming from Baz. It's kind of like a...
Baz,
And the
Baz,
dolphins
Baz,
come to
Baz.
rescue you.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Amazing.
Oh, another one to add to the list. Xenomorph dolphins. Now they would be terrifying.
Oh God! One rape monster combined with another.
What's that, Flipper? You want to rip my face off? So
Yes. Oh.
he
Killer,
pauses.
gun,
He's frozen. The oxyacetylene welding torch cutting away.
Oh,
A
fuck.
piece of this stuff just held in place.
I like to think I'm still welding my way through the wall while I'm frozen. Like,
Fuck.
oh,
Okay.
shit.
Fuck.
Hiller, you've seen
Sounds
through the
be
window.
hero.
You've identified that there's a person. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna swim back to them at the front because that's gonna be our way, and I can't get their attention. So I've
I'm
let
trying
them
to do
know.
the scuba sign language, the communication, but it's just coming off as garbled arm
They're
flailing.
all
I'm just gonna
screwed.
wave as I swim back to.
Not yet, that's justified, yeah.
What's...
I'm trying to make gun finger. Even though we have comms, I don't know why
Yeah,
actually
I'm
why am I doing this?
gonna-
Why am I doing this? We have comms.
What's
Yeah,
wrong?
they're coming. Gun, shoot, something. I don't have a gun. And Baz is panicking in the mech.
Calm down.
Oh, 57% thought that Team Mallory would be the first ones to see a xenomorph this session. Looks like the 43% have it. So well done to the people that voted for Team
Woo!
Baz.
Yeah,
apparently.
Team Baz.
Congrats!
I don't know how I feel about this. Because on the
Keep
one
on
hand,
winning.
yes, we won. On the other hand, shit, we won.
Pretty sure my gun is inside my back suit.
Oh, God,
I'm not gonna be able to get it.
fuck them. We're fucked. We're just gonna have
Take
to
off
like
your
hope.
precious suit. You'll be fine.
Just get
Well,
in
but
the
we
tent.
can
no, that'd
because
be
we'll
great.
drown, and plus we can't
Yeah, I
even get in there to die properly. So there's gonna be a weird
You
scenario
could
where they're
try
just gonna
and
be
shoot
sitting
through
like.
the pressure suit.
Yeah.
No,
From the
no.
That's like a
outside,
terrible
I am
plan.
now enamored with the idea of a xenomorph trying to open us like where like a squirrel opens a nut, like grabbing us, turning us upside down, kind of like tapping on the.
I think the xenomorph is going to squeeze you out of your precious suit like your toothpaste.
Can you see it
That's
proper, or is
right.
it like it's gone off?
it appears
I-
to be circling.
Yeah, I can vaguely see one. I think Baz said something about more than one. They're circling, and I know
A few
I'm
seconds
assigned
later, Baz, you kind of snap out of it a little bit. Some heavy
Oh.
breathing and some proper freaking out.
Oh,
you
I'm
realise
glad
that
I
you're
didn't
starting to
scream
cut
or
into the
embarrass
door.
myself or anything.
You've actually started cutting
Well,
into the metal of the door.
Okay, yeah,
Welder.
Baz.
What? Oh, I've got to the door.
Yeah,
Can
you
I,
have. Yeah.
Can I rip the remainder of the goop off and
Oh,
access
fuck.
the hatch?
Yeah, but as soon as we
in a
open
high
this, these
degree of
things are
panic
going to
and
try and get
speed.
inside.
Yeah,
fuck.
make a close combat roll.
Oh god.
Wait, whoa, wait! Don't we need this to
that's gonna go
function so
well.
we can so we can actually take the suits off? Or are we just gonna go right in?
That'll be fine.
So Baz hulks out and just rips this big slab of goo clean off the door.
Okay, that's fine. Fuck. Okay.
And you realize what you're doing as you do it. You're holding this weird mass of alien gunk that definitely isn't from barnacles. You realize this now.
This is not barnacle.
That was sealing that door shut, and you make another panic roll to
Oh.
see what happens.
Sure, it's
Roll
fine.
low.
Oh, it's fine.
That's fine. You start shaking a little bit. Fortunately, you're inside an exoskeleton. So while you're shaking, you're just like making little jerky movements inside.
I have a new question.
Your agility is impaired, but you've
Oh.
managed to get to the door. So the door
All right.
Yeah, it's not big enough for the mech, is
is
it?
accessible now.
Don't care. Dr. Summer, get in there now.
Yeah, but how are we meant to get everyone out?
Just shut
with
up
these
and
things?
get in the damn
Okay,
tent.
I'm getting in. I go to get in. Heller, you should probably get in as well.
Yes, also you. Come on, kids. In the
So the
tent.
door opens and you've got a small room that's full of water with another door at the far end.
It's an airlock. It's got to cycle. So you two get in it and cycle through, and I'll defend the doorway
Oh
Going
shit,
in.
Baz is gonna
with
die.
my
Baz.
claw and my flamethrower.
So you closing the
Baz,
door
this
behind
is,
you.
This is the equivalent of a forklift. What are you going to be doing to fight these things?
I read about this. It'll be fine.
Okay, don't die. You told me to not to die. Well, I'm telling you not to
If I'm
die.
in,
Right,
so
just
don't
push close the
die.
doors.
Just get
Like-
Yeah, well, yeah,
there.
I'm saying this on the comms. Surely
The
we
door
can-
closes and starts cycling. Air is bubbling down from the top. The water is being forced out.
Oh, we brought the suit in, by the way. Oh,
The
wait, no,
spare suit.
Baz has that.
Oh, I've got the soup.
Baz has the spare
you're sitting
suit.
on it. Right,
Yeah.
well, fuck it. Well, we're going to do some sacrifices then.
Yeah, this is absolutely a heroic sacrifice. Good God.
Yep, it is. That's-
Meanwhile, back up top
Yep.
in the formerly comfy office, now slightly waterlogged,
Okay, alternative.
a water cooler floats past you.
Is it possible? Is there any way that I could remote pilot the ship using the comms array?
I can remote
Bring it
pilot the
here.
ship.
Through
I
the comms
can-
array, you could potentially remote pilot the ship. Yes, as long as the comms array is in good repair
Oh, shit.
and you are a very skilled pilot.
Yeah. It turns into like, oh,
I've got a
fuck.
couple rerolls in the hole.
Don't you crash my
What is
ship.
it? Meteoroid or something
honestly-
where you've like got the
honestly,
little
I
arrows spinning around.
I prefer this risk over the risk of going back to the ship, because ship, we have very little time to reach it, and it's not going to outrun the storm.
Oh,
so...
I thought you meant remote pilot the ship we flew in on.
Spaceship that we
Oh,
can.
that's
Yes,
what I
this
thought
one.
you meant. Yeah,
Oh
you
yes,
did.
yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Right,
I assumed as
sorry.
well because
The
what we came on was
sail
just
Sorry,
a
the
boat,
sail ship-
wasn't it?
Yeah, the sail ship, I'm doubting can outrun this storm. and
Oh fuck!
it's
no,
a
no.
long shot. It's a long shot to get to either anyway.
Well, the
And
other
out
option
of
is
the
instead of
two-
going back through the station, you could go over the top of the station.
Well,
Sounds like a risk.
I'm
Be
not
quick.
there, so I don't know. I was gonna
I
ask.
think it would be
like,
quicker.
I was gonna ask. I'm assuming the risk, if there's a failure of remote piloting the ship, is it just eats wave and crashes into the ocean? I presume.
Probably,
Or
yeah.
God
Or it-
forbid, one of the other research stations.
Yeah, I was about
Which
to
would be
say,
quite
or it just
unfortunate.
crashes into us.
Yeah,
No,
or that.
I
Yeah,
mean-
actually, there's a lot of risks now that I'm thinking about it.
The risks are huge, but the problem is
Yes.
reaching the sail ship is delicate, and I can't really sail that either, and it's too slow to outrun the storm. Whereas the ship, if by miracle I can get it here,
Mhm.
we're safer because we just need to go up.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
wholeheartedly agree.
This is so smart.
I was doing like the computer thing where I was running the calculated risks, where I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay,
No,
that could happen.
yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. It's a much wiser decision to do that. Yes.
Okay, let's try that. Okay, we go to the comms array then.
Do you tell me that while I'm walking into the office?
Maybe not, I guess.
Barrett goes, I
So,
was just imagining what the doc would say.
What is in the office?
Listing
It,
nightmares.
it is literally like a corporate office. There's a couple of armchairs, plastic plant, desk,
Any
console.
sort of files, floppy disks, functional computers?
There are files, most of which are waterlogged. The top drawer of the filing cabinet is still okay. It looks to have HR reports in there, just, information about the crew, what they did,
Okay,
their fields of
human resources.
speciality, next of kin, that kind of thing.
Yeah, all that shit can sync. No functional computers, nothing worth taking.
There is a functional computer, yes, but it does appear to just be a standard desktop model.
Okay, but this is Terrence's computer. Is there
It
any
is
chance he might
Terrence's
have?
computer, yes.
I'm gonna log into it. I'm gonna see what's inside. Real quick. I'm gonna just
Okay.
do a quick triage of the computer.
You have
I know I've been
sure.
saying that
5
word a lot.
minutes.
Wow, and I panic.
You panic, but you pass.
Of course I do. Let's see what I panic with. Okay. Oh wow, the
That's
lowest
barely
result.
a panic at all. That's a nervous twitch. And
Yeah,
Mallory's kind of had that consistently.
just a nervous twitch.
I actually thought you were going to say, I thought we were implying that Chewbacca shows up now, which I don't think I would be that worried about. I prefer that alien to show up than a Xenomorph, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like,
unless-
oh, hey, you're a lot friendlier.
They'll rip your arms off.
Yeah, no, I know. I do
Yeah.
that thing where it's like, yay.
You could also
Oh,
decide to just
fuck.
rip your arms off.
Yeah.
Actually,
So you log
a
into the
Wookiee could
desktop.
survive being in hand-to-hand combat with an alien because they can regenerate that acid damage.
And once you're logged in, it shows you standard functional stuff. But because of your login as well, there is a secure section on there as well that you are granted access to.
I pop it open immediately.
Okay, it refers to your secret. So everybody else, headsets off,
okay.
please.
Well, I'm going to go get some snacks then.
I'm probably copying this down for the record. Or like, I don't know. I presumably have a comms device that I can hook in and
Yeah.
kind of grab.
Oh, good. Cthulhu's listening in. So this is all about the mining operation. The secure section is looking at iridium loads, and what they've got is these little seafloor mining robots, which aren't little at all. They're like tanks, and they drive along the seafloor, and they go up to hydrothermal vents, and they strip the area around them of iridium and osmium and all of these rare earth metals that are worth a stinking fortune in the fabrication of electronics. They take them back to a central collection location where they're ingoted up and then fired up into space through a railgun.
Nice.
One of these digger robots has uncovered this same structure that you saw for the radiography. So it's got a map of the structure, a more three-dimensional map than the radiography map of the pyramidal structure that you found. And up close, what you can see is that it's the outline of a pyramidal structure. And in the center of it, there appears to be some kind of like beehive-like construction. It's this big rounded nodule of that material. There's an analysis of the material inside showing that it's bioorganic, heavy silicate deposits. A quick overview of its armor potential and how tough it is and how difficult it was to cut. A report that he's sent back to headquarters saying about having found this stuff, and a subsequent report detailing how a team is going to be sent to extract his data, and that he should lock down, preserve the computer core.
There's someone on Twitch who said that they hope you're gonna win.
They
My World of
hope I'm
Warships
gonna
game?
win?
Yeah.
Unlikely considering my team. But thanks, random Twitch person.
Oh man, Tally.
So, yeah, headsets back on.
Amazing.
Unless you got any questions.
Okay.
Should have thought of that first.
No, I copy all of that down into my contact pad, and I'm looking notably calmer.
Okay, what's on this then?
Fantastic news.
Is it the data?
I close the computer screen. It's close enough for corporate work. Let's get out of here.
We have what we need then.
Close enough. Let's get out of here.
All right, let's head to the comms array.
Sorry?
Let's head to the comms array.
Comms array? I thought we were going back to the ship.
No, if we can reach a comms array, I can maybe remote pilot the ship that we came with and bring
Brilliant.
it here.
Brilliant!
I think that
Why didn't
would
I
be,
think of that?
I think that would be safer.
Yes.
We can actually get
Oh.
here.
Oh, yes. Let's do that. Comms array it is. I'm good with computers. Let's do this.
All right.
What's the
Excellent.
worst that could happen?
And the comms array is the very next room, which we'll go into in just a moment. Meanwhile, everything's better down where it's wetter.
Yeah.
The camera pans straight through the floor and into the ocean and then down beneath the waves and zooms in on
Go on then.
Baz with his
Bring it.
back to the door in the suit, while the other two are inside with the dry lock cycling.
Baz should tell you, remember, you're our ride out of here. Since when you get winched up, we're going to be holding on. So you need this to stay intact, or at the very least, winchable.
It's all right. I got this. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Plug
Okay.
in my DAT tape of Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah. Well, I presume we have to take our comms out when we start taking the suits off. So I'm not going to hear Baz's death
No, you can leave your
screams.
comms on when you take your suits off.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
really?
earpiece.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's just like your little group comm. It's like a little headset dealio.
He's really large.
Like the
so this
Marines
has
had
been
in
appropriate.
Aliens, only not
Awesome.
quite as sophisticated.
I doubt any animal would attack him. He's huge in that thing.
We know we've got a
Yes,
flamethrower. Ah, come on then. Eye of the Tiger.
That applies logic, and as a man of science, I can tell you this: logic has been thrown out the window quite a few times when dealing with these creatures. So
Baz, from out of the water ahead of you, straight into your lights, flashes this sinuous object like an elongated, smooth-headed octopoid creature with insufficient arms to qualify as octopoid.
Quadrupoid.
Quadrupoid, pentapoid.
Ooh, fine.
It's undulating towards you through the water like a sea snake,
I punch it.
with its arms and legs trailing out behind it, and a long, sharply spiked tail that looks like that one that you saw up in the research lab earlier. And it flashes towards you and then banks at the last second, sharply upwards, and disappears over the tent.
Lail at it with my welding gear. Go
And
on,
as you
get
turn
off
to
with
flail
you.
at it, another one comes in from the side.
Oh, hello.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Yes.
And slams into you. Bam. Now,
All right.
where's
Now
the
what happens?
Xenomorph fighting rules?
I don't mind. Mine is die.
Not necessarily. You
Hashtag
are-
Maximus lived. You've got 2 rerolls in the chat, by the way, already. I'm just
Oh,
I
wow,
was
wow.
about,
That
I
is
was
good to
about
know.
to say, it's like, oh, let me just look at the combat rules for Xenomorph. Oh, it just says get fucked.
It doesn't. There's a whole
Oh.
set of very specific activities for the Xenomorphs to do.
There's the eating. There's the inseminating.
It's not a face hugger. It's not a chest burster.
I think
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the pelvis screamer.
Ovi position.
Okay, so it is going to attack you. I have to roll a d6 to see exactly what it's gonna do.
Already bobbing and weaving.
Oh, Pete raises a good point. You need to roll a d10 for initiative.
Rising up. I'm not doing the whole song. But...
Okay, 3.
Oh,
so
shit.
you go first as this thing tries to slam into the side of you.
I'd like to weld its face.
Okie dokie. Make a close combat roll.
I mean, there's nothing graceful about this. I'm just basically sticking the welder
Does get
into
two
it.
initiative
What?
rolls.
Seriously, I this is headcanon now. I love the idea that these xenomorphs have only dealt with very fragile, very vulnerable scientists, and now their first meeting of any other human is like, oh boy, these things bite back really hard.
Yeah, that one threw a whole bunch of pointy
I'm told
things
it
at
has
me.
a faster speed than that. It has a speed of 3, actually,
I
Millie.
think
So
King Garblake says it gets 2 initiative rolls.
Yeah, it does. It does.
it gets 2 initiative. That's what you meant.
One
right.
one for each mouth.
Mhm.
That's
Oh,
how
look at that, they
initiative
both
is
got
determined
sevens.
by the
Two
number of
initiative
So
mouths.
Baz is still going first. So Baz, you lash out with the welding torch.
Nice. Right, prove.
Oh, that's lucky. It has half armor against fire.
Oh, so that's better. Right, good.
I think everything has half armor against fire.
Not everything.
True. I
So
don't.
you stick this armored fist in its face and turn on the oxyacetylene welder as it slams into you.
Well,
And-
this, you bitch.
This is something I should have prepared more for. What the hell damage does an acetylene torch do?
Just don't give me a weapon if
Presumably
you
the
don't
same as
expect me to use it.
I believe it's between 2 and a fuck ton, but I can't be certain on that. Yeah, the
Somewhat
rules
between
might
those two.
change.
Roll 2d fuck tons.
Yeah.
I had assumed that it would be the same score as the other one, but like water version.
Yeah, it's like a water. We'll go for the water version of a flamethrower.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Is there that much modification between a welder used
hell is
underwater and a
the
welder
flamethrower?
used above land?
Not really.
As you can tell, I'm super
Yeah,
prepared
'cause
for this.
It's
Okay,
bringing its
super-
own
it's
oxygen
super
source
hot.
anyway.
you've got
So-
3
yeah.
successes. So it's 1
Yes.
success to hit it.
Yes.
You can use the other 2 successes for more damage,
Yes.
or to try and
Oh,
force it
yeah,
back, or something
freely.
like that, stunt-wise.
Yes.
I'd like to explode its head. Can I
Okay,
boil
so-
its brain?
You are rolling. You do 4 damage to it. Then
Right.
it gets to roll its armor.
It goes less. No, not the face. Not the face.
So it takes 2 of those points of damage. Ouch. That's actually quite significant.
Actually quite happy
just-
with that.
Yeah, you shove an oxyacetylene torch right in its face, and it scores all the way along this sort of smooth,
Melting time.
dome-like skull.
The chat is talking about base damage 3 apparently from the laser cutter tool.
I
I
like
was
the
using the
idea.
incinerator unit. Where's the laser
like
cutter
the,
tool?
I like the idea that the other one, it's like,
We'll stick with the incinerator unit for now.
Yeah, I
oh,
think
Steve,
so.
back me up. And the other xenomorph's like, no,
not
I'm
touching
not
that.
gonna. You,
No, no,
you
no,
started
no,
that
no,
fight
no.
yourself.
I do not like this.
You
No, no,
finish
no.
it.
Oh,
Okay, so then the
There's a-
xenomorph gets to go. Now, what's this xenomorph going to do? Let's
Damage.
find out with the random xenomorph action generator.
Nice.
Oh god, that'd be truly terrifying. If I just as the xenomorph is about to kill you, it rolls a die in front of you and looks at it and goes, right. Who the
So
hell?
the xenomorph
They've
reaches
won.
out to grab you, clutching hold of the same metal bars that the others were holding to get down here.
Oh.
And then it jabs in with its face.
No, it's trying to give you a Glaswegian kiss.
It's burny, melty face.
Oh, that must smell terrible.
Fortunately,
That's a lot of dice.
Okay,
That is
you
a
are
lot of
grabbed.
Am I?
Yeah, that's a lot.
How many arms does it have?
2.
So
Too
they're
many dice
very.
for
It
2
did not
arms.
skip arm day.
No, clearly not. Front of the queue for arm day.
So for its second attack, it is
Oh,
going to try
crap.
and smash you in the face.
Bye.
Please
Think
tell me Baz is
necessarily
the kind of
by.
person that wears the pressurized suit.
Are wearing an armored suit.
I'm
So
wearing
I'm
an armored
going to
suit.
give you armor 6
Oh, thank you.
for the suit because it's outrageous. But obviously, if it breaks, you're going to be in a lot more trouble than you would
Yes,
be normally.
that makes a lot of sense.
So here it comes.
Eee.
Kablamo.
Ow.
It hits you.
Jesus.
Huh. I'm starting to think that the xenomorphs might be quite difficult to handle.
Please
Reckon.
roll 6 dice for your armor.
Roll that armor.
And it's time, folks, for Roll That Armor.
Let's see if Baz lives. Ooh, you want to use that reroll, my friend?
4 rerolls, Beth.
You have got 4 rerolls at the minute.
Jesus.
As soon as everybody heard that you were going to be the first one to do fisticuffs with an alien, they dumped all the rerolls on you.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, it's great.
So
So-
I want to soak as much of this as possible, presumably. So that's
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And
You
in
can
case,
make a reroll.
in case there's another round of combat for Baz, page 126 for the cutting tool. Might not need it.
thanks.
Hey, don't forget.
I think I prefer the other roll.
Oh.
So
Sorry.
it pulls itself close and opens its mouth. And as it opens its mouth, the inner mouth,
What
this
the
thing has an inner mouth,
fuck is that?
darts out and slams into the glass faceplate right in
It's
front
not
of you.
right.
And a little
That's
crack.
not right at all.
Oh, that part's not right. The fact that it took a
Edges its
soldering
way
iron right to the
across
face.
the view plate,
Uh-oh.
reducing the value of your armor by 2 points. You now have armor 4.
Damn it. All right.
Fuck.
How are you 2 out of the airlock yet?
We are,
Remember
but
this.
these take ages to take off, and for the thing to do, we are trying right now.
There's
Tetris
another
music
one
plays.
coming.
Do.
Yep.
I bet airlocks will have hold music in the future.
Okay, next round. Baz, what do you want to do?
I would like to. I think. What other do I? Now, see,
got
the
your
fun
pincer
thing
arm,
would be to
And you've
change.
got your tool arm.
Yes. Can I grab hold of that very wrong extra mouth with me pincer arm and then weld it?
You can try and grapple the pincer arm. That will mean leaving this thing grabbed hold of you.
That.
So it's a close combat roll to either break free of it, in
Nope.
which case it would have to re-engage, or to grab a hold of its face thing.
I want that face thing.
Okay. So it's close combat either way.
You're a ride. You're a ride out of here.
I might have another go at that
Yeah.
because I have a few more rerolls apparently.
How do you get no successes with that?
Whoa!
that's a
Oh,
little
there
light.
we
4 and
go.
1. I'll take that.
champion.
Yes. So 2 successes because you're grabbing hold of the little facey bit,
Yes.
the inner jaw. So you reach up with the little pincer hand and you clamp it around the inner jaw and hold it away from your faceplate. What do you want to do with the other 2 successes? You could break free of its grapple and turn the grapple onto it if you wanted to. Or you
Go on, then.
could inflict damage.
I think I'd like to inflict damage. The little extra mouth thing has distinctly freaked me out. Wrong.
So you
wrong.
squeeze down, you keep closing
Wrong.
that hand,
Oh,
and you crush through the inner jaw and tear it away. And this snake-like inner jaw
I'm
comes
keeping
flailing
that.
free
no, no,
of
we're
this
not
thing's mouth. And
keeping what?
a spray of like greenish liquid fills the water around its face.
Oh, we back away from that a little bit.
But you have torn away its inner jaws, which a wise
Leon.
move. It's quite badly hurt now. It's
Did
got
not
this
like
huge
that.
amount of burn scoring all the way
Yes.
down the side of its head. Its inner jaw has been torn out,
Dr. Somber, I've got you a sample.
but it is now going to try and do something to you.
Yeah, well.
I was just about to say, Hitler and I are still just like, oh, geez, this music gets really boring after the eighth time you've heard it.
So
I'm probably gonna say Hitler.
it
this
flails
time,
this
gun outside
swinging
the
tail around
Ah!
over its head and jabs it in towards your body.
Ah!
Well, that wasn't what I told you to do. Silly. Oh. Silly thing.
Ah! Don't like that.
Oh,
So,
one would have been much
roll
better
your
than
4
39.
armor dice.
I have 4 armor dice now. Please
Yeah.
hold. I roll my brown armor. Yeah! We got any rerolls left?
Yeah,
I
well,
believe
you
you
had
have.
4. You only used.
You had
did you use
4.
two?
You used 2.
I think I
two.
So yeah, you've
two.
still got
So
2
So you have
left.
2 left.
Yeah, chat loves you. They
You need
want
to
us to-
read. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the 1. Because
You
Now,
take the
chat,
one,
you're
so
responsible for your
It
own
tears
reroll
away some of the
count.
pressure plating on the outside. And you can feel the temperature inside your suit start to drop.
oh, it's getting chilly. Oh,
But it's not exploding and jetting you with high pressure, freezing cold water. So at least there's
well,
that.
that is a definite bonus.
So it's torn away another point of armor from the suit.
I feel like the inside of a can of beans. You need to know what pilchards feel like.
I would have said corned beef.
Well, that's just very complimentary of you.
You could, yeah.
What is
I
corned
mean,
beef?
that's
It tries to throw you this
oh
time,
my god.
drag you away from the door. It's trying to
No.
move you away from the door you're
No.
guarding. So the last thing it tries to do is to
Oh,
flip you.
bloody hell.
So could you make a close combat roll to oppose that?
Yes.
Because it's not directly damaging you, but it's trying to wrestle you. And I'm going to give you 3 dice of benefit to that as well. So you can have an extra 3
Yeah,
dice.
because
No.
that has to be difficult
your
for
armor.
it.
All right. Basically 6s, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I got
So,
2
yeah.
successes.
It grapples you and tries to throw you, but you're strongly stanced and wearing a big
Myself.
chunky suit of armor.
Yeah, I'm
So
also
it's
confused
kind
what
of
it'd be
wrapped
kicking
itself
off
back
of.
around you and
Yeah.
tried to flip you through the water.
It's Robo Sumo time!
But it has
yeah.
not achieved its goal.
Okie bashu!
It's Pacific Rim 3.
Meanwhile, upstairs in the
Oh,
comm
fuck.
suite,
Oh,
All right.
The comm suite.
What's the state of things here? Because
Indeed. Yeah. What's
the
deal with
comm
comms there?
suite has also been axed a bit, but nowhere near as badly as the rest of the computer core was. Sorry, lost my words for a minute there. So the comm suite has been axed up a little bit, but it looks like it's been more of a sort of desultory, I'm on my way out kind of fashion.
okay,
Mhm.
There is an open storage locker for a diving suit in here, which has clearly been removed. There's a weapons rack on the wall that clearly held some kind of harpoon gun or rifle.
Mhm.
right.
And there are a couple of flares scattered around on the floor that would fit into your pulse rifle, Barrett.
That sounds so dangerous, but at the same time, it might be useful. Okay, first things first. It's a single room, I assume.
It is. It's a single long room with one seat and a huge bank of comms equipment. It looks like everything through the building is piped through this room to get off station. There is a comms antenna currently retracted that would need to be deployed and targeted to be able to get in touch with your ship.
Okay.
Why don't you go
Well,
get the comms array deployed, and I will work on making sure that we actually have functional equipment to attach it to.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna empty some rounds. Like, I need. Eugene, do you know where the ventilation runs through in this carriage?
I've never been in here,
Right.
but if it's like the other carriages, it runs straight along the middle.
Okay.
And then branches out on either side at those 3 bits there.
Hmm.
And he points out like an extended eye across the ceiling with a middle bar as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make that fit to at most 1 mag. I'm gonna shoot through the ceiling into the ventilation shaft of the entirety of the compartment. Mal, if you can try to block this door.
Sure. I'll do what I can.
Excellent.
I guess that's a heavy machinery, and I hope I don't roll a stress.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me! All right, I close the door.
Yeah, you close the door, you barricade it, heaping
That's
stuff up
maybe
against
useful.
it. You notice as well that this room has an external door as well. Another one of these pressure bulkheads, but there is an external pressure door that leads out to the ocean from here.
Kind of in the same general place as these other doors have been?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could potentially plug more sections on.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay. Modular.
Yeah, they're modular. Okay. Well, I've closed the one that accesses the rest of the room, or rest of the facility.
Yeah.
Could you make an observation roll as well for me, Mallory?
You got it. Somewhat decent at these, except clearly panicky as fuck.
There is a
Which is
lever arch
understandable.
folder open on one of the tables, next to which there is an axe.
God. A what folder?
A lever arch
Lever
folder, you know, the
arch.
big ones with the big
The
spring
big-
binders.
Okay,
You
yeah.
are not meant to close with your hands. You're supposed to use the lever.
Someone's been told off about this before.
Yes, I was.
Why can I now not find the stress roll? Oh, there it is.
9
So
is
9 on a stress roll is dropping an item.
dropping an item.
The item you drop is kind of yourself. You get the door barricade and you kind of just collapse to the floor
Amazing.
a little bit. And you just sit there. And that's when you notice up on the farthest console, there's this ring binder, which is open, and there's a couple of pages kind of flipping back and forth in the air conditioning, and an axe just next to them.
Well, that's interesting. I walk over there, I take the axe, and I guess I put it in my my back pocket.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. It's like a video game where you just like pick it up and do this and it disappears.
No.
It's in your inventory now.
I take the axe and I hide it underneath the desk so that Barrett doesn't necessarily see. And
The axe
then I
that you're going to use to kill her.
We don't talk about that. She's not planning. She's
Can
not
I
planning on
ask you
killing
a question?
She just likes to have advantages.
Yep.
And she goes ahead and looks at what the folder says.
It looks to be evacuation procedures for these types of ocean-going labs. It gives you a number of different options. So there is emergency rafts located on each of the modules, which are self-sealing, self-containing module rafts that seal up into like a sphere and can withstand waves. There's also functionality where in case of catastrophic emergency, you can cut loose the rest of the station and float one compartment in the ocean. There's also a submergence option, which is only for use in very dire circumstances, in which you can submerge a module for a short period of time, up to 24 hours. In which case that one module acts as a self-contained life raft.
Wow.
There's also a page missing.
Decisions.
There's always a page missing.
The page between where the emergency rafts on each module are mentioned and the page where you can cut loose individual modules is mentioned. There is one page that's been ripped out quite roughly. There's still some bits of paper stuck in the arms of the folder where it's been torn out.
Peachy. Absolutely fucking peachy. All right. Well, I relay this information to Barrett. I say, Barrett, looks like they were looking at evacuation options before they really left the surface.
Are these evacuation options like readily available to us, or are those like?
They're not really relevant, but in the case of an emergency, the folder's over there, and I've garnered what I need to from it. Let's just hope that your plan with the remote access works. I'd much rather do that than sink a module or float it out into the sea.
Oh, that does sound like a good idea. Yes.
They sound rather drastic.
Yes, it does. All right. Right. I'll get started on the internet since now we know that there's no Xenomorph here.
Why do you say Xenomorph? We don't know what these things are.
It just means something that looks foreign. Look, it's a military
that makes
term.
sense. I could call them a Xenomorph. Yeah, sounds right. Sounds right.
Nope.
All right. So this Xenomorph, this weird shape, yeah, let's avoid it if at all possible. And you work on the comms array. I'll work on making sure that the computer tech is functional for it.
Agreed.
Okay, we're going to take a break for a couple of minutes. So we're going to throw up the pause screen so that I can answer the call of nature and Leon can put everybody's faces back in the right places. So we will be back in a couple of minutes. If you need to refresh your drinks or snacks, or just leave Twitch running to generate extra Garblag groats,
Oh, yes.
you can do that thing.
Well, I don't want to make a joke now. I've used them all up.
We're done.
Yeah.
God, that was so funny though.
Yeah,
Oh,
hilarious.
It's a pity that the stream will never hear what was said.
No.
Bummer.
platinum level patrons can
Right,
access
hello,
the
thank
special
you
recording.
for that little break, and we're back.
Oh, yeah.
And Nye's face is back in the right place.
Yes, apologies about that.
The internet doesn't reach as far as Scotland all the time.
No, it doesn't.
So when last we saw our two merry bands of intrepid heroes, one set were upstairs in the comms room trying to work out how to remote access the ship to pilot it out here to the ocean to rescue them, and one set were underwater trying to get into the tent, a secure research lab under the ocean, except for Baz, who was busy outside fighting a xenomorph,
Being heroic.
which is where we are now.
Hello.
And Baz, you're still going first. You really, really are lucky with that, by the way.
Yeah, it's probably why I'm still alive.
Who needs luck when you have viewers?
Well, probably me.
Yeah,
That's very true.
So
Well, that's interesting. You can see who predicted what by looking at the little blue and pink
Oh, wow.
stars.
Excellent.
So there you go. Now, Alden, you know who was it that wanted you dead.
Who staked the farm on your death?
Bitter Benji.
Right. So what are you going to do to this xenomorph?
So I ripped off its second mouth.
You've ripped out its inner jaw and are holding this snake-like appendage in your gripping claw.
Right.
You've got it kind of wrapped around your body at the minute.
Oh, I think just more welding, really.
So you're just shoving the welder right into its body.
Yeah.
Attack.
Whether
Make
I've already
it
made a
happen.
hole or just whatever I can get
You'd
to.
think
just...
you'd think it had worked out that this was not appetizing at this point, you know. But nope.
So let's hit it with the welder.
Right. Close combat again, I'm
Yeah.
presuming.
So 2 successes, but also a panic.
Yeah!
So you hit it with the welder.
We'll take that.
So that means it gets to roll its 4 dice of armor. You plunge the welder right into its chest and fire it. And
Take that, you sneaky bastard!
Master of wit.
it shreds through this thing's body with the heat of a sun as the acetylene shoots out a jet of almost pure white flame into this thing's body, cutting it almost completely in half. Now make a panic roll.
Holy shit!
Another 10. 10s love us.
Tend to be.
Pens do love you.
Oh, but yeah, no. Our stress has to go up.
Well, not necessarily. Is that the screamy one?
It's frozen.
I thought that was frozen.
Oh no,
It's
that's
a
frozen.
freezy
Yeah.
for a round
So you're
one.
frozen in fear. This thing goes limp around your body,
I think it's more of a rage freeze, I feel.
and then a beeping sound starts to echo
Oh,
It's
inside
reversing.
the suit,
Yep.
and an alarm is going off,
This
and a
Baz
little
is
heads-up
reversing.
display pops up
Raz.
in a sort of scattery, static way on the broken screen in front of you,
Oh, what does that say?
showing that you are losing seal integrity around
Oh.
the left shoulder,
Oh. That's not
left
good.
waist,
Hmm.
left elbow.
Uh-oh.
You notice those areas also start to go cold.
Would you?
remind me again, the left arm is the one with all the cool fuck off.
No, the
gear
left
on
arm is
it.
the one with the grippy thing.
Oh, who gives a shit about that? Fuck that
Oh, it's
one.
my right arm. Oh, okay.
Are you wearing
It probably should have been, but I'm left-handed, so as I
No,
was
that's
describing
fine.
it, I went like that.
No.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm left-handed as well.
Ooh.
Yes, the
Oh.
suit is losing integrity
Well, it's
and
getting a bit chilly.
corroding down the whole
Yeah, I would
left-hand
wonder.
side. There's this sort of greenish spill coming out of the alien and
Oh,
wrapping itself around the left side of the suit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I hate eating xenomorphs.
Baz, how you doing?
Just
Rylock
hold on.
finishes
Okay.
Go
cycling.
resurface. Just
Right.
head back up.
No, he
I'm
can't
your
resurface
boss.
yet.
He can come
Because-
back down.
Yeah, he can, but I'll probably be off comments for this. Hiller, there might only be one trip. It might be one way for the people in here. So whoever gets on Baz might be the only ones that get out of this.
Oh, are you two through the airlock yet?
Open. No, we're out. We're out.
The
We have to
airlock,
be
the
done
dry
now.
lock has finished cycling.
Oh, okay.
And the inner door opens.
Oh,
And as the inner door opens, where are you going to stand?
Oh fuck!
I'm going to stand in the middle.
Purely for cosmetic reasons. of
Yeah,
course,
someone's
you
gonna hit
understand.
us with like a
course,
shovel
yes.
or something. Why they would ever shovel underwater, I don't know. But
soil samples.
true, very true.
Yeah, no, I'll stand towards the front like I'm going to get out of there because I want to get in the room quick and see everyone.
Yep,
and tell
I'm
them
gonna
we're
follow
clear.
behind. I imagine Hiller's quicker than Somber, though.
Quicker than most.
We've taken our suits off.
Yeah, they're
'cause
shooting
I
at
wanna
him.
get to my gun.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, a couple of bullets slam around you. Hiller, as the door opens. The door opens and you're stood there, and then there's this a couple of pulse rifle rounds.
Ceasefire!
slam into
Ceasefire!
the
Jesus
walls
fucking
around you.
Christ!
We got your distress
Pulse
signal.
rifle. Awesome.
We came down to get you out of here.
Come out where we
Yeah.
can see you,
Oh fuck! Okay.
says a voice.
Walk out slowly with my hands up.
Yeah, I follow behind. I don't want to get shot by accident.
And
God,
you,
can you imagine getting shot and that's how you die in this game?
Oh, it was so sad, wouldn't
so
it?
you walk into lab 1 of the tent, which you can see on the bottom of the little mini map that I crudely drew, which I'm not sharing on Twitch because it's rubbish, just to help
It's
players.
gorgeous.
It's a
I've-
bunch of
I've
rectangles.
helped-
You're not missing much.
It'll be available on our
oh.
top tier on our Patreon.
Side.
Yeah, they're
side
seriously
note,
underselling.
Side note. I'm keeping the suit on for the moment. I've not taken it off yet.
Very sensible.
I
Okay,
took
so there's
mine
a
off.
science
Depressurize at any
On
moment.
sex.
in front of you with workstations all around the side. There's a small habitation unit through which you can see the back of a red-haired woman
Okay.
who seems to be doing something with another person.
Yep. Okay.
And then
Who's the shooter?
you've got a man stood there.
Yeah.
He's wearing a shirt and tie, but the tie is undone and pulled down to about the middle of his chest. It's almost invisible behind the tactical vest that he's wearing over it. He's got a pulse rifle, a lot like Barrett's, in one hand. He's got an axe in the other hand, and you can see that he's also got a pistol and a flare gun tucked into the pockets of his work slacks. He's also got pretty nice shoes on. But what you notice is that he's got these sort of wide, starey eyes with big dark rings under them. His hair is a bit of a tousled mess, and he's got a few days' growth of beard on his face.
Hey, I'm Hiller. I'm the pilot. We're here to get you out of here. You can lower that gun. This is Dr. Somber.
Hello. Oh boy, you're
You're the
pointing that
extraction
right at us.
team. You're the exfil.
Let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go with that. That seems like a word that we can get behind.
Do you have a sub?
In a sense.
Hello.
Define sub.
Submarine. Do you have a submarine that we can get into to get out of here?
No, we came down in
No.
the marine loader that you had.
Yeah, we came in the marine loader. Yeah. Which, yeah, that's all
It's
we have.
fine.
And by the way,
fine.
just heads up, you are looking at the only pressurized suits. So
No, but there's another one in the loader.
yeah, but Baz is sitting on it.
Yeah, we didn't realise that it
We
wouldn't
have
fit inside the
pressurized
dry lock.
suits, but
Well,
putting
then
our
why
didn't
suit
you swim
going
out
out
of
there
here?
is suicide.
Yeah, Hiller.
Two seconds, Doc. Thanks for putting that in your distress call.
I didn't send a distress call.
What now?
No, you
What?
did.
Didn't send
That's
the
how we
distress
knew
call.
you were down here.
Not from
What
me.
do you mean you didn't send it to?
McCreary was down here as well.
They said there were 3 of you down here. I think there were 3 of you down here.
There were 3 of us down here. There were 4 of us down here, but now there are 3.
Wow.
I don't even know
Where
what
did-
happened to McCreary.
Yeah, okay, okay,
Either way,
okay.
look,
Fuck. Okay, right.
That's not
McCreary
good.
put on a diving suit and went outside to try and get back topside to
Oh, okay,
get some
right.
help and support from the people back up on the station.
Oh, I don't
They're
think
not
that
responding
went
to any
well.
of our hails or calls.
Okay,
Well,
Not got through to anybody. We've been down here for 3 weeks.
that's okay.
but our
Okay.
plan is we're all going to suit up and we're going to swim back up there now.
Oh, we're gonna
With
hitch
those
ride
things in the
on the
water,
loader.
that's suicide.
Yeah,
The power
have
loader
the
just tore
loader.
one apart. So
The loader is attached to a winch, and what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to rise not fast enough that we get the bends, but fast enough that those things can't catch us.
You'll be fine in
Or
those pressure
because
suits.
we're
You won't
in
need
the
to worry
alien.
about the
Yeah, I
bends
was
in
about to
those.
say.
The suits are pressurized, not just the air.
Okay.
But look, you said they're like animals, so they're going to go for that thing because it's a big threat or whatever. It's
I-
going to
I
ignore
know.
us.
I know, but the problem is we can't get up above. We can't swim faster than them.
Okay, fine, let's go.
And
If
in my
you've got
head,
the
I was
loader, let's go.
Okay,
We'll take the loader
great.
and we'll get out of
get
here.
a pressure suit on. Get the people in there
I'll
to
distract
pressure
them.
suit
They'll
on.
be fine.
There's no way in hell they're going to be able to get pressure suits on.
Oh fuck it! Please tell me she's not going into labor.
What did you think was going to happen?
Well, I don't know. They didn't say how far along she was in her pregnancy. She could have been like 6 months or.
Well, she went into labor
5.
about 8 hours ago.
Oh, but we can't. Okay, right. Okay.
What have you got
Right.
down here?
You're the
Okay.
pilot, yes?
Yeah.
You can get us out of here.
Yeah, because I'm really good. What have you
Fine.
got down here?
Down here,
Stick
what
a
we've
wheel
got
in the
is
tent.
a dead spider crab thing.
Oh, that'll come in useful. Like, have
Do
you
you
got?
have?
We've got a couple of pressure suits and what I'm holding.
Okay.
Do you
We've got
have
some
a
ration
vehicle
bars, but
of
they're
any-
nearly out.
So there's 3 of you, and one of them's in labour. Okay.
Right.
But I
okay.
don't think a pressure suit's going to be quite good enough for her right now.
No, I don't think it would be. I don't think a pressure suit's gonna work for a baby either, a newborn at that.
Well, she
Right?
could get in the power loader, maybe.
Yes,
Well,
but
I love
how?
babies.
The minute they step outside,
We've
they
got
would
a
be
rescue.
instantly crushed and.
We've got a rescue pod, but
Yeah, but
it's not exactly armored.
no, and
It's a balloon. You get inside
Okay.
it floats you up to the surface.
Okay,
work.
okay. Right, I'm gonna go.
That could
Hiller,
work with the power loader to.
yeah, Hiller, you sort this out. I'm gonna go next door.
From the
and-
habitation suite
Yeah,
next door,
fuck,
you hear
okay.
a woman swear.
Yeah, well,
loudly.
I'm a scientist. I presumably have some medical training. I have medicine too. So I
You
mean,
say that as you walk there. I'm a scientist. I assume I have medical training.
probably
the same.
Hopefully she doesn't
Probably.
hear that.
I drew a picture of this once in high school. How hard can it be?
I'm sure
The
we'll learn
science the
about
shit out of this.
anatomy
Okay,
at some
good.
point.
Okay.
At the very least, I can just do
What?
whatever assist. Yeah, whatever.
So Somber walks into the habitation suite. There are 6 bunks in there in tiers. One of them has been pulled free of the wall
Oh, fuck, I
and
just realised
contains
who the
a
red
heavily
element
pregnant
is.
woman
Yep.
currently in labor, whilst on the end of the bed with her is Dr. Jewel Hargreaves.
Yeah, I just remembered that. Fuck.
Hey,
Okay.
Your
well,
girlfriend's down here.
yeah. Fuck. I actually literally, as I was going in,
That's
I
the
thought,
stress.
why is it's Nye getting stressed. Okay.
And she
Right.
looks up as you walk in and goes, Faber, what are you doing here?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's Merida! Oh, hello!
Never mind. I need towels and hot water.
Right, okay.
And
I'll go get
shoelaces.
towels and hot
Newsflash, you don't need either towels or hot water. It's used to keep the men
No.
busy.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It makes
I
us feel
would also like to point
useful.
out that she is a geneticist, so I don't imagine her doctoring is any more on a different level than mine.
No, I
So
mean, she could
whatever.
analyze the shit out of this kid's genes, but
Yeah, and I could I don't even know what doctorate I have, but I'll just head off. And as I said, Weyland-Yutani just gets somebody with the name Professor or Doctor. They actually don't care what they're specialized in.
I did say you could
you'll work
choose
out.
what your specialism was in.
Oh, could I? Oh,
Midwifery.
I wasn't listening. Yes, can I choose now in midwifery, please? Does that give me a bonus? Yeah, I'll go get towels. Okay. Fuck. Yes, I'll
Baz.
go do that.
Right, once he's off,
Hello.
this chap says to you, "We can get out of here now."
Oh, fuck.
They can follow.
Oh yeah, I mean, so where's this balloon thing? We're going to stick them in that, and then we'll go up with the loader around the outside of them. Keep those things distracted. If there's
Yeah,
more
I
than
need you
one.
to get me topside. I need you to get me topside now.
Yeah, we're all going
Right
to get
now.
topside.
That's
Don't worry,
what I
don't worry. Just going to let the
The muzzle of the gun swings back around towards you.
Yep.
Said, "No, right now.
Really should not have
You and
left
me,
Hiller on his
topside
own.
now."
Oh,
Fuck.
And he starts pulling himself into a bright orange pressure suit.
Holding
okay.
the gun still.
Tasty, tasty, tasty.
Yeah, he's
bright
pulling the
orange.
suit on one-handed whilst holding you at gunpoint with the pulse rifle.
Would you like me to hold that
There.
gun for you while you get into the suit?
No!
Meanwhile, up in the comms array,
Yeah. We're gonna need someone to man the winch, I just realised.
He's got a motor, hasn't he?
You regret not having Baz around.
Yeah,
Sorry, a little bit busy.
so in the comms array, what do you guys want to do?
Well,
You were trying to reroute the shuttle, weren't you? The ship.
Yes, yes, that's what we're trying to do.
with the comms.
Okay, so that's going to be a comtech roll to align the dish.
We are, how do you say, doing our damn jobs. As opposed to gallivanting off at the bottom of the ocean. Hey, look at that.
So there you go. Mallory manages to get
Oh.
the dish to pop up on the surface, and your long range communications come back online.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
Enough to reach the ship.
You are able to reach the ship, yes,
Oh, fuck.
Excellent.
Okay.
Don't
but you are
scratch
going to
my
need to
ship.
patch into the ship
Yep.
first before you can try and fly it. So you're going to need
Okay.
another comtech roll to access the ship's remote functionings.
Yeah.
I can do this
That's
if
nice.
you're, yeah. You
I'm
can
just-
maybe do the remote piloting of it. I'll get the
Yes.
Comtech shit going. Oh, hey, look at that!
I'm just
Let's-
imagining it's like when you get a drone or you get your wee ones a drone for Christmas and you take it outside to fly and it immediately just crashes straight into the ground and you're like, well, there goes 40 quid.
Look at that though.
Mallory, she
now that the
pulls
end is
her
in
hair
sight,
back.
is like, yes.
Yeah.
Pops
She,
open
like-
the
she, like,
computer screen,
sits it
types
back.
away at top speed, bypasses computer code. It's actually kind of a miraculous thing to watch, Barrett. This is Hartpence in her element, not just bossing you guys around, but doing some fairly serious code breaking. This is not just a pretty suit.
I'm in.
Impressive job.
Well, you're going through the passwords and you're like, okay, what complicated password did Hiller set?
Hiller is
1,
best.
2, 3,
Pass-
5.
Hiller rules with a Z.
That'll be it.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be it, definitely.
Yeah.
Mallory actually expected it to be 2 1s instead of an L, but it's just spelled Hiller, like just straight up. She was expecting a little more complexity. All right.
Okay, so Barrett, it's over to you to try and fly the ship. Now, I'm going to be
Put it up
looking
to bat.
for 2
Um,
successes because you are
this-
remote piloting.
Yeah. There's a thing that I want to do first, though.
Okay.
It's to point my gun at Mel.
Yes.
So, I would like just to be sure that you've not been holding out on me with information because I know that your whole thing is doing the reading around here, and you've been remarkably quiet about the details of that. And let's just say I don't like to be blindsided.
Look, Barrett, I'm gonna level with you entirely. I was not told everything about this mission. I was just expecting this to be a very simple, very straightforward code or very straightforward retrieval mission. By the books. This whole thing with an organism that none of us can quite explain, it's not what I was expecting. If I was expecting that, do you think I would have brought just fucking this? Do you think I'd have come myself?
Yeah,
do you
you're
really
way
think
too
I'd
much
have put
of a
myself
guy.
in this?
Okay, but what about what you've learned since? Now that we're
I
here.
learned shit. I've learned that maybe they knew about it a week before we got here. That's all that I found in Terrence's fucking emails. Terrence be damned, I hope he dies down there. I hope he loses oxygen completely or gets fucked by those things. Nobody told me shit. So let's go. Let's just go. No more of us have to die or leave. We can all just stay together and we'll survive together. We'll give the company what we found and we'll come back with a submarine and we'll go pick up their fucking corpses and then we'll get the data. Yeah?
Sounds acceptable. All right, let's get us out of here.
Okay.
This is the moment where it's like, guys, you left the comms on. No, that didn't
That would be the
happen.
best. It would be the best. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mallory's just
Oh,
the
that was
best.
awesome.
Try the thing.
Okay, Tally, let's see if Barrett can fly the ship. Oh,
Well, that two successes.
there's the two successes that
successes.
we
Yeah.
needed. So you've
Yeah.
got the ship and you're flying it out.
There's no
to
butt
it.
attached to that, Ben.
you-
There's no butt.
Do need to make a panic roll for
No.
the face
No.
hugger.
Let's
That fucking
No.
face hugger that's
You're
down there with the
starting
spit
to
I'm
develop
gonna-
the shakes, which is unfortunate because you've still got to land the ship.
Oh.
So now you need another piloting roll at -2 on your agility.
Oh.
that's gonna suck.
Let-
That is gonna suck.
let Mal take it. Just inform her how to do it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Awesome.
All right.
You drop
Excellent.
the ship into the
Well,
water outside.
yeah.
It's a couple of 100 meters off the edge of the platform. You can see it. You've watched it land. You know where it is. And my video settings have gone funny again.
There's like a chain hanging off of it that says thieves will be prosecuted.
But there is another panic roll to be attached, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I do have. I have one last.
So yeah, you need to add a point of stress.
Oh, okay. Then let me redo this.
Hey,
Still, that's damn good.
Yeah.
Given the
okay.
amount of stress you've got, that was
Yeah.
potentially heading into berserk territory, which is always
Yeah.
hilarious when it's the Marine.
the one with the
Exactly.
big gun that's pointing at someone.
Yeah.
But you know,
It's
you,
like-
you
it's
just
like in
can't
Call of-
keep anything in your hands anymore. The sweat on your hands from piloting under those circumstances, it's taken you about an hour to pilot that thing back while all this stuff's been going on. And your grip is gone because you've been gripping onto the controls so tightly. You can't seem to hold on to anything. So the gun's down, you're down. But the ship is there.
Yeah.
It's in visible range of Science Station 3. It's just a short journey out to it.
Now
How
they
long?
leave
How
us
long
to die.
do we have before everything comes crashing down?
Well, the waves are already getting bigger.
Yeah.
So fortunately, you've landed the ship in the lee of the station. So the station is shielding it from the worst of the weather, but waves are now crashing over the top of the station and lifting it up and dropping it down. And if it wasn't for the gyroscopic stabilization systems built into it,
Mhm.
you'd probably be feeling a lot more queasy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, Baz,
Yep.
Hello.
Oh,
you're starting to
Baz.
lose feeling in your left arm.
Oh, this is tingly.
The last thing you felt there was wet.
Oh, that's not good. Can I make my way to the airlock?
You can.
Those
You're kind of
Muppets
dragging
out
the
of it.
left leg of this thing along.
Oh dear. I think I might have voided the warranty and my bladder.
Can this thing fit inside?
No, it can't, but he
I
can
didn't think it
emergency
could.
eject himself
No, I
and
know,
hope he
but-
survives for long enough for the airlock to cycle. The dry lock to cycle, sorry.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Oh,
If I look, can I see the left side? Is it just basically
oh.
fucked?
The whole left arm looks like it's been dipped in acid. It's
Oh.
covered in melted,
Lovely.
corroded bits of metal. The rubber has come away in big strips. There's naked wires spraying out of the left arm. The whole side down here is covered in acid scoring and marks. The leg is dangling near uselessly.
So I can't deploy any kind of emergency sealant, we don't think.
Not with this much damage. If there was a small amount of damage, like a tiny little popped seal, then maybe the pressure sealant would have fixed it. But at the minute, if you deploy pressure sealant, it's going to paralyze the left-hand side of your body.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, that would be better. I'd still have the suit.
But you'll
with
be
the
glued into it.
impeller.
Yeah, and that, Baz, that's amputation. We'd actually have to cut you out of it.
Well,
It doesn't have to be amputation, but he would need to be cut out of it. Yeah.
yeah, but at least
The
we still have
sealant
the
is
suit.
like a quick sealing foam.
Oh,
s-
okay.
and the
It's
suit's
not like
got
a glue.
an impeller, hasn't it? It's got some sort of onboard engine.
Yeah, it's got a little outboard motor on the back.
Right. I'm going to get on the comms and go, lads, kids,
Yep. Yep. What's up?
I got a little bit of a problem. I punched one of those snaky fellers to death. But the left side's got a bit nibbled by acid or something. I don't quite
Fuck.
understand.
Okay. Are you okay?
No. But
Shit.
I could jettison the suit, but then
Right.
we won't have the power loader anymore, which
Y-
means
no,
we don't
no,
have an
it-
engine.
It's okay. What? Oh shit. Ben, when I go to get these presumed tablets and water, do I walk in on the scene of Hiller being held at gunpoint by this guy?
Yes,
'Cause-
at which point the gun is pointed at you, and then back
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Hiller,
yeah.
and
I
then
was about
back
to
at
say,
you. You're supposed to be in habitation. Get back in there.
I want a quick draw. I'm a hotshot pilot. I think I can outdraw anyone.
Hiller shot first. I like how you're doing this, but he's pointing it at me. So if he spasms and shoots me,
Then
I'm
he
gonna be
shoots you.
killed by
Yeah.
this
Do it.
guy. I've got 2 health. I'm very squishy.
Oh, God.
Do it. Let's have initiative from you.
Oh, sorry, I
Uh,
just did a shot.
It's
Initiative.
okay. No, it's absolutely fine. That's a justified thing to do. But fuck,
That's
I'm
a
gonna
D10
die
for
from this
initiative.
fucker.
Oh, you went with a card.
Oh, I just hit.
Oh, no, the cards don't work. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Is it initiative
This is
dice?
not-
Yeah.
Roll a D10. Yeah. There you go. You go first.
Okay.
And you have 2 rerolls already.
Okay.
Popped
But
up
weirdly,
in
they're
the-
rerolls for Ben to shoot me.
I'm going to use the
No.
reroll on that
No.
shot that I made because
No,
I
they're
don't.
I need to
Very
check
nice.
on those rerolls. Yeah, those are rerolls for Hiller, not for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some rerolls.
Bang.
Oh, now it says you
Yo.
got 3 rerolls.
Oh, thank you for
3 successes.
Oh,
Yeah, he's dead.
boom.
Boom! You pop him with a quick shot. He does not have any armor to protect him,
He's squishy.
and your shot avoids the ballistic vest completely and punches in under his armpit, and he drops to the ground. But in so doing, he pops off a shot.
Uh-oh.
No. I'm gonna die from a human. Oh, come on.
I'm going to re-roll that shot because it
no.
missed.
Crap.
Funnier if I don't. It missed again,
Ah.
and he fires full
What's
auto.
going on?
Well, it's automatic fire up the wall, right next to where you are, Nye. Literally, this track of automatic fire just
Silhouette.
walks along the floor next to you and up the back wall.
So for
as this guy drops
context,
to the ground.
I
Leon?
this is what happened. I walked in. I'm talking to Baz.
Actually, that's the point. Nye, do you want to take an action?
Is he dead?
It doesn't appear to be. He's not very
Is
well.
he still holding the gun?
He is still holding the gun.
I'm going to go up and try and take the gun off him, which is probably going to get me killed. But
Probably.
fuck it.
Yes.
Make a close combat roll. This should be fun.
Oh, I got 0
Oh,
in that. This will be
God.
good.
What's going on?
What
What you kids doing? What's happening in there? Hello?
Oh, I got 2 successes.
You
I
got 2
panic, obviously.
successes.
There's a gun right next
Well,
to
that
me.
makes sense.
Absolutely freak
Yeah.
out. So roll your panic roll.
That's stress for you.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm gonna take a
It's
nine.
even better than that. No, 14 is berserking.
Shit. Oh,
Well, that's
God.
justified. He just tried to shoot. Yes, I'm probably going to kill this guy. Great.
You go
I-
absolutely berserk.
Oh, I love it.
And you charge this guy and you
Love
just start wailing on him with your ineffectual, noodly little science arms.
I love how this happened to the scientist first.
The weakest, the one that
Listen to
doesn't
go
have
berserk as the
anything.
Scientist.
This is good. This is the safe one.
Yeah, you just see Reg. You're
Go
completely.
team nerd.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Blackout.
shot. He was going to shoot Hiller. He was potentially going to hurt the other people in here. Baz is in a lot of fucking trouble. Fuck this pencil fucking pusher.
Right, I need you to take an extra point of stress for that.
Yep.
And Leon, I need you to make
Oh,
a panic roll
oh,
as
wait,
well.
wait.
Yeah.
As you watch him lose his shit.
Wait. On top of the stress I took for the
Oh, no,
close
no, you don't
combat
take any
roll.
extra. No.
Okay. I've already added that then. That's fine.
9.
That's probably what.
So you
popped
drop
me
your
onto
gun,
14.
Leon.
Oh my
Just-
god, I freaked out
just
so much.
watch
Oh, no,
him.
no.
Dr. Somber just utterly wig out and start kicking the ever-loving shit out of this corporate douche nozzle.
Loving it.
All that aggression that he was storing for my character, taking it out on this guy.
Oh. Fuck.
Can you roll a D66, please?
Oh, shit.
Should I click the?
Who's
Should I
that?
click
9?
the D?
There is a
option?
D66 button there, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
52. That cannot be good.
Oh, that's definitely
sounds
not
bad.
good.
Luckily, this is not for you.
Oh, is this for him?
Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah.
injury he
For
takes?
Terrence.
He takes a
Terrence is having a
bloodied
bad
nose.
day.
It's going to be more than a bloodied nose with a 50-something.
Okay.
That's a pretty
I'm a bit
significant
disturbed
injury.
what I'm capable of doing.
Wailing on
You
him with the
lay an
butt of a
egg
pulse rifle, I
inside
think.
him? Okay, I think I'm reading the Xenomorph one.
And you just jam your hand in the bullet hole.
Where the hell is the serious injury table? Sorry, guys, I've lost the
Uh,
serious injury table. I had it earlier and it went away. Is it by, I think it's by
Contents.
stats, isn't it?
Critical injuries 99.
This is not going to look good.
Oh, that's just
I
about
just
critical
beat a guy.
Gonna look good
That's
on the
Paul.
resume.
There we go. 50, what did you say?
52.
52.
It's all right.
Fuck.
Yeah, you hear his arm snap
More
under
Oh,
the
boy.
kicking that Dr. Somber is giving this guy.
At least he didn't tear it off and beat him to death with it.
It's true. And then I'm going to roll a D66 as well. I'm going to hijack Nye's character to do it.
Fair enough.
Because-
That's fair enough.
Oh!
Great.
Sugar.
Yep. That's
even
going to hurt.
worse.
Yep.
Wow.
And he spits up a glob of blood, which quickly pools and grows into a pool around his
Oh.
head.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a Xenomorph.
Yeah, so did I.
I was being like, oh, God, not a fucking...
Oh,
whatever.
not
okay.
the ectoplasm xenomorph.
As he
I don't
comes
know.
to a halt, he's very, very dead. You have
Oh,
just
dear.
kicked a man to death.
Wait, am I
Wow.
still in berserk mode?
How's it
or do I
going in
calm
there?
Once he's dead, you come out of berserk mode. Isn't that good news?
Yeah, right in
That is
there.
what you've done.
And I would like to say for context, this is the sequence of events that happened. Is that I come through, I'm talking to Baz, concerned about him. Then he hears on my end someone scream, "You're supposed to be in habitation!" He then hears a
Bullets.
gunfire, more gunfire, me scream, and then the sound of someone being kicked to death.
Leon, could you roll an observation roll, please?
Oh, I'm just staring at them.
That's why you're making the observation roll.
Let's see.
Oh no, the face hugger goes, ah.
Oh shit, I gotta find my gun. Oh god. Oh, I have a reroll in the chat. Thank you.
Oh,
chat.
did what you observed stress you out a little bit?
Oh,
That stressed you the fuck out.
I don't.
Yeah, that
is
stressed
that
you.
is that a bad roll?
That's a very bad roll. Would you like to push your roll?
You
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 can't push it.
Oh, no, you
but you
can't
can
push
use
it.
an reroll.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
so-
push a reroll.
So
Yeah.
do the
panic.
opposite of berserking and start
preclude you to
blubbering.
making a reroll.
So it's just a panic roll. Yeah.
Nye, do you want to make an observation roll as well?
I
Yeah, that's very
will.
definitely a shit your pants panic roll.
9.
You're already on the floor.
Mhm.
You're dropping everything.
I am very prescient
On
of
the
what's
other
going
hand-
on.
Well,
I don't
because
know
you're
if that's the
so
right
very,
word.
very
Fucking
close to this
analytical.
guy, as you kind of come to your senses and this pool of blood is just trickling out of one side of his mouth,
It's black, isn't it?
you hear a sort of crunching noise from his
Oh.
torso.
Come
Chest burster.
on.
And his dead body twitches.
Well, I'm backing the fuck up.
I'm
And then
like,
another
is that
blood
rigor
stain
mortis?
appears in the middle of the bulletproof vest that he's wearing.
Yep, I'm backing right up. I don't care.
And then this little snake-like head punches its way straight up and out of his body.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
Hello.
back in comms. Now you've got the comm suite up and running, you could potentially get back in touch with the rest of the party as well.
Can we?
All right, but
That
first
was
things
actually
first. As soon as I see the ship approaching and Barrett, I'm assuming standing triumphantly on the side there, I kind of rush over to her and I'm like, I'm really awkward with like physical affection and stuff, and I'm like, dog, like she's like over fucking joyed. Finally, the fucking spaceship's coming. She's gonna get off this rock. She gives you like the awkwardest hug possible.
Yeah.
There you go. That was
Anyway.
my bad.
now what
Right.
remains of your conscience says get the kids on the ship.
Yeah.
Presumably the kid's coming with us. Not
Yeah. I agree.
savagely.
What I was
cruel.
curious about is this ship capable of underwater operation?
Your spaceship,
No, please don't.
Yeah.
I don't know, difficult. I mean, is it though? Let's have a look at your.
It can go underwater,
Make a
but it can't
pilot
come back
check
up again.
to see if you'd know.
Whoa,
Very good at sinking.
I mean, yeah, it could go down, couldn't it? You would just have to basically like
But
take
not
on
up.
some ballast.
We'll ignore the facehugger on that because this is just knowing about the ship. But a moment of ominous dread pops into your head there as you think, is this ship rated for sub-aqua flight? You're not sure. It'll be okay for a short while, but you don't know
Okay.
how deep it could go because
Well,
it's
yeah,
rated for low pressure, not high pressure.
oh,
Right.
okay.
Yes.
Well, I was about to
Okay.
say it can survive space, but
It's
then I
not
just
the
realized
same
space is
thing.
because it doesn't have as much
Completely
pressure in
opposite.
space.
We have rope.
Not
have
on
to
Go
you.
it.
A 50 foot of
Okay.
hempen rope.
And a
Is
10-foot
it-
pole.
Is there rope readily available to us? Like, Mel, have you seen any rope around?
Well, I would assume that the ship has some sort of system for keeping the astronauts tethered if they're making repairs to the ship.
Yeah, the ship has
Yeah, but-
tethers, but I think tally means here, leading
Yes.
Here.
to the ship.
Exactly.
What you've got here is
The-
you've got tethers that run from the marine biology lab to underwater.
Yeah, it's
So you've got the chains for winching the loader up and down,
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
and
we
then you've got
nothing.
also some ropes and stuff that could be used for attaching divers to so they can find their way back if it gets very silty. That's going to be your best source for long enough rope. or
Okay.
rope
Barrett, what's all this talk about rope? I thought we were leaving.
rope adjacent goodies.
Because do you think you can swim in those conditions 100 meters to the ship?
Are we gonna have to swim to the ship, or can we just bring it over next to the door and hop on and get the fuck out of here?
That's as close as it's gonna get. If I try any closer, I'm gonna break something. Something that we do not want to break.
What do you mean you didn't do parallel spaceship landing?
Remote controlled parallel spaceship landing.
Yeah, that's very true.
Does it not have a self-parking thing? Could you just not just never mind?
It has cruise control, which does not pilot itself. It just maintains speed.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. No.
By going in the back to make a sandwich.
Yeah, I just.
I haven't seen
We've
any
all been there.
rope.
My best suggestion at this point is that I attempt the swim, and
Leave
then
me
I can
behind?
try to get closer from inside the ship, because remote piloting makes it harder to maneuver close.
Toss me the idol, then I'll throw you the whip.
Oh yes, yes. You should definitely
I,
trust her, Mallory.
I am now
Definitely.
Mallory's
imagining.
not the trusting kind. She's not
Okay,
Indiana Jones.
Okay, then your second option is that you swim across.
In your
Oh,
nice
God.
suit as well.
Oh yeah, you're
This is
so...
a nice suit.
I love the idea that there is a xenomorph that was like, "Come on, guys, we should check the top," and they're going, "What's wrong with you? There's tons of food down here," and he's like, "Oh no, come on, we should check just to be sure." And he swims up and he sees one of you swim and goes, "Yes, I knew I was right to think that."
Yeah, I know.
Thanks.
All right.
The alternative is that you swim across. Like,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
offering
okay.
this so that it's easier for you.
Don't trust her.
Mallory's
You can see Mallory's thinking that whole meme of the blonde lady
Yeah, the
with the
person
computer shit
sitting
going
in
on in
the-
front of her.
yeah.
Mallory's just doing that. And she looks at the kid and she looks at you, and then she looks at her briefcase, and then she looks at the axe, and she looks at the kid, and she looks at you. And
So disturbing.
So can I try to like make an educated guess at what she's looking at? Because
He's clearly
yeah, no,
considering
yeah.
all options. I think, never mind an educated guess, she's weighing up the, do I trust Barrett or do I have to murderize Barrett kind of thing. And what did actually happen to your predecessor on this team?
I do not know, but I will say this, Mal. If you're trying to pull some scheme on me, you better get me the first time, because you will not get a second shot at it.
Barrett,
Fighting
Barrett.
words.
I'm not trying to pull any scheme on you.
All right, because I'm not either. I can't get the ship any closer in those conditions. Like, I'm not a pilot. I already brought it here in one piece. Now, if I can get to the ship, I can try to get closer, because inside the ship is, well, easier. Obviously.
Exactly. I'm not trying to
And
pull any
since we-
shit on you.
Equally,
Rolls
you could just
button.
reel out the tethers and use them to climb towards the ship
I'm-
in the water.
Giving you a direct order as your overseer.
Oh,
And
fucked.
as
I
someone
thought we were
who,
all family.
and as someone who cares
Well,
about your life,
the
my
parent
life,
is telling
and
the child. It would seem.
I guess the kid's life too. Get there, come back, drop me a rope, and the three of us will get out of here.
I am.
If you don't drop me a rope, the data that I have in this suitcase isn't getting back to corporate, and you're going to have to explain why that is.
That's fair.
So don't dip on me. I've been left before quite a bit today.
Well-
Actually, it's a bit of a trend. Bucket, because we're family and we stick together. You and I guess the kid now.
Assuming I don't drown, I'm coming back.
Don't drown. I can't.
Can you
swim.
imagine if you drowned in the alien game? How miserable that would
All right.
be. You'll be fine, Barrett. It's fine. Oh.
That swim is.
Okay, so Barrett, are you opening that last door out to the ocean?
Oh god.
I'm providing cover fire, by the way. She didn't say this explicitly, but she has her gun out.
Yeah.
So
Hands
that
the
last
axe to the
door
small child.
Yeah.
slides up.
It's
'cause
bigger
one
than
of the
he is.
bulkhead
Oh
doors.
wait, why don't you leave your gun with me? That's a
Yeah,
great way
I was-
to get you to come back. Give me
I
your
was
pulse
about to
rifle.
say. I was about to say. I'm gonna leave here the rifle, any remaining ammo, pretty much anything that
Oh.
encumbers me, that I don't need. The one thing that I really want to
hide your
keep,
suit?
if it's going to be,
Combat
if
knife in your
the,
teeth.
yeah, the knife I'm gonna keep. But the shit, what was I thinking about? Oh, the radio, is it waterproof? Or the communicator, or whatever it is.
Your one, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep that one, and that's about it. And my knife, because always have
Okay.
a knife.
So you strip off all of the unnecessary gear and you open the back door. As you open it, there is a crack of thunder outside, and the rain starts to come down, and it is absolutely hammering it down. Just torrential rain slamming down. You can see the waves now crashing over one another, 100 to 200 feet high, these enormous waves. This is going to be an epic swim
This
of
is going
proper
to
heroism.
This is
So
going
you
to suck
dive
so
into the
bad.
water and start swimming for the ship. Mallory. Before Mallory, sorry, Leon.
Okay.
This little snake-like thing has just punched its way clear of the chest of Mr. Terrence.
Stress.
Yeah, take one, roll it.
I'm at 9.
Do I need to take stress because I get to
Yeah,
my
take
nice
one.
tidy 10? I'm at 10.
Tidy 10.
I gotta grab
Take
my gun.
one, roll it.
It's on the floor, right? I'm still trying to scramble to pick up my gun because I think I picked
Yeah.
it up and dropped it again. Yeah. So I'll grab my gun. I'm gonna shoot at it because that's just bizarre. Doc, get clear.
Okay, so you grab your gun and point
That's
it
the
at
plan.
this thing. Nye, you kind of throw yourself backwards to get out of the way.
Covered in
Alden, you
blood and
turn
viscera.
around and you're backed up against the dry lock. The whole left side of your body is starting to go numb, and you can feel
Deploy
water
sealant.
seeping in. So it's still numb, but it's not cold and leaky anymore.
Oh, that's better.
And you've got this sort of massive
All right, kids.
white polystyrene-like goo smushed up against your cheek on that
your
side.
taxi's here, and the meter's running.
Ahead of you in the water, you see another shape
I try and position the
barreling
flamethrower
towards you.
thing
Mallory,
in front of
you
me.
turn around once Barrett's out the door and you look at the kid. And behind him,
Uh-oh.
a figure rises up in the doorway. 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, rising. Long, elongated head, jaws dripping a clear fluid. It unhinges its bottom jaw. The tail of this thing whips around over it like a snake with a big razor sharp curved dagger tail. The kid's just looking at you with blind trust in his eyes as this thing rises up behind him.
Oh boy.
That's where we're going to end tonight's
Yeah,
session.
not as much.
Right.
Dun,
I'm
dun,
on Team
dun.
Barrett now.
Oh my.
I think Barrett might be the only one to make out this alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still reckon
Not
Baz,
even
Baz and Eugene.
not even necessarily plotting to do that either.
But wait. A kid and a corporate agent together combined are immortal, so we might have a fighting chance.
I'm just like,
Wow.
I don't know. If we all survive, I mean that
That's
would
not
also
happening.
be pretty. I know it's not happening, but come on, we can dream.
Cool.
So yeah, join us
optimistic
next
one.
week for the finale of Alien What Lies Beneath. I think I'm going to give all of my characters an advance to spend before next week.
Ooh. Can I
Don't know what
get
that means, but it sounds
advanced?
exciting.
It's
Can I get
XP,
advanced
basically. It means
super
that an
fast
attribute
swimming?
or a stat or a talent goes up.
I'd like to be able to breathe underwater.
I'd like to be immune to aliens.
Let me guess. Trying to
wanna do
swim
my
in this
damn
shit
job.
I guess swimming in this shit is going to require mobility.
Something.
Fuck, I
Or
actually don't know what I
armbands.
could boost.
I love that
think
idea.
that might be something
Hang
I
on.
will look into.
Honestly, the best play
I'm
for
good.
you, Tali, bump up that agility because it'll boost your piloting and your mobility.
Oh.
This is true.
Armbands.
Pat, anything for
Survival might be useful as well
Oh,
for the whole
yeah,
not
yeah,
drowning
that
thing.
Okay, yeah. So we're
It's gonna be an
doing
interesting
closing comments with regards
Yes,
to
let's
shilling
do
and such.
closing comments. So we've all got stuff maybe that we might possibly want to share. Leon,
Indeed.
Yeah.
you got any closing comments? That's a moral.
Listen to the scientists because he was totally right about there still being aliens in the water.
Ali, any closing comments?
Not really.
Wait, sorry. I thought you said Mallory.
Oh, sorry, that was Tally.
Oh yeah, okay. No, I think I've been blabbering a lot already. Honestly.
Alden, any final thoughts?
Family is the most important thing, as is sealant.
Yes, it is.
Family
Both are
is a
binding.
Nye, anything to share with everybody before we leave?
I don't know. Probably not.
Hey, you get to witness the miracle of birth twice.
Yay!
And the miracle of death multiple times. I think one at my own hands, literally, on my legs.
Pat, what have you got for us?
I have two things, if I may.
Yeah,
One of them
far
I think
away.
you'll like. So, first off, hello, my name is Pat. I hail from the Diesel Shot Queendom, rather. And we're doing some fun stuff. First things first, I have recently become involved in something of a Kickstarter, for which I'm the lead artist. It's called
you?
Descendants of Darkness.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's this
So I'd heard.
awesome
Nice.
Kickstarter
Yeah.
that I'm doing the art for, like, tonight. Wink, wink. And I mean, like, I have most of the art done for it, so I'm almost finished. And as soon as I get that art off to the people in charge of it, we're going to be going live with an awesome Kickstarter about tieflings and other fun things. So check out Descendants of Darkness. It shall be going live pretty soon. Zine Quest, and that's one thing that I'm up to. Another thing that I'm up to that's perhaps going live more immediately in the future is tomorrow I'm going to be doing Alien RPG with I forget exactly what the name of the channel, Victory Condition Gaming, that's it, and Effect Podcast in a crossover with a whole bunch of channels doing Alien RPG on YouTube. If you join the Diesel Shot Discord or follow me on Twitter, Spider Queen Long, parentheses change stars, pretty obvious to find. You can get a link to that. It'll be going on in British time, so I'll drop it in the Herald on Garblog. Last but not least, in an hour and a half, I will be live on wow, so many names. I'm losing myself here. Weave the Tale, the Twitch stream Weave the Tale. I'll also drop this in the Herald. For a rousing game of Nibiru, which I will be hosting myself. I've done a whole bunch of fun art for it. It's expected to be an awesome time. Nibiru is a sci-fi game that involves memory, and it's really interesting. Basically, players wake up in a space station that has a whole bunch of lore associated with it, and they're amnesiacs. They don't know what the fuck's going on, and they're not really from where everybody else is from. So, like, it's a whole learning curve. And it's a very fascinating game, and I hope I do justice. They've got a Kickstarter going on right now called Xanadu, and you should all check that out. It's very fun. I've already backed it. It's great shit. That's me. Check me out in an hour and a half.
I legitimately thought you meant the Herald, which is a newspaper chain in Britain, and I was so confused. And then you quickly said on Garblag. I was like, oh yeah, we call that the Herald. Ah, adoy.
Yeah, and Descendants of
Yes.
Darkness is my baby, my dream child. It's a Kickstarter that's starting on Monday. Millie has very kindly already put a link in chat for it. Thank you very much. It is a modern urban horror game about being the offspring of mortals and something from beyond our space and time. Demons, gods, ancient eldritch beings of mysterious
people.
nature, and living with the duality of being two different things. So keep an eye out for that. That's going live on Monday. I hope it will do well.
Yay!
I'm the
sure
last
it
of the
will.
Garblags to be running a Kickstarter at this time.
Already following.
Yay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes,
thank you very
great,
much for
awesome.
joining us tonight. And thank you very much for all of the engagement. So much engagement.
Yes,
So many
it's awesome.
re-rolls.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Loving I thought we'd used up all of the re-rolls yesterday in Warhammer. Don't forget to join us next week on Garblag. Tuesday, we have Masks of Nyarlathotep. We found a mask, we found a Nyarlathotep. We've only got to find an of, and we've won the game. I think that's how Cthulhu works. Wednesday, we've got Ranger Squadron. I'm not going to repeat the same tired old joke. It's about Battlestar Galactica in Star Wars, which is cool. Thursday next week, we have got session 1 of Traveller, which again, Patrice has been doing some lovely artwork for. And if you come along to our Garblag Discord, you can see some of the cool stuff that's been going down on there. I love my bald androgyne hacker so much.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. The art for that is so fun to do. I'm so happy to be working with you guys.
Yeah, no, it's fucking amazing, honestly.
And the next Friday is the grand, terrifying finale of Alien: What Lies Beneath. Not content with having split the party 2 ways, I have split the party 4 ways now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All I got to do is separate Nye and Leon, and I think I've won. So join us next week to find out what happens to the Blue Caracals in the last stage of their mission. Thank you very much, one and all, for joining us. We've been Garblag Games. See you and good night.